Hey,
We
I
are
see.
on air now. Welcome, y'all. Welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome, y'all. Thank everybody for coming on. Updates tonight. The random look at people been commenting on here already. Like, where you been?
It's all of our regulars. It's all the families in here tonight. We've got John, we've got Kristen, we've got Father Menace, we've got Nick.
They've been on here. Everybody been on here. Like, what the
Yeah,
hell?
they've been waiting on you, Mo. I've been trying to keep them calm down. They're getting all riled up. They're screaming. They're
Yeah,
throwing things.
because I was
I
waiting
have.
for a guest and the guest ain't showed up, so I have to, I try to be patient. I'm gonna kick her tail when I see her too. Like, you should have been on here. But that's all right. The show must go on. You did. What's up, Nick Barnes? What's up, Robin? Snow White. No, I'm offended. Snow White. It should be Snow Black. Father Menace. John Ahmad. We got,
You got Father Menace that makes up for Snow Black.
yeah. What's up, Kristen? That's my Kristen. Right there, Kristen. How you doing, Kristen? My other moderators. What's up? We got everybody in the house, and that's it. We got everybody. Look. Everybody been chatting while we was bumping our gums. Dang it.
Mm-hmm.
They're chatting anyway. That's cool. Y'all don't need us on here to start right away. Y'all can just chat anyway. We all family.
Yeah, I did tell him that Angie Peterson was coming on.
Yeah. Oh, they were looking for Angie. Maybe she probably will hop on, you know what I'm saying? But if not, she'll hop on some other day.
Oh, look,
She
they're all leaving now. Angie's not here. Like, what's up? No, I'm just joking.
they leaving. They want to see
They
Angie.
ain't leaving. They love us. They're stuck with us.
It'd be nice to have Angie Peterson on here.
Yeah, it would have. It would
It'd
have
be
really
nice.
been.
You hear this, Angie?
Me and Angie go way back.
Way back. Yep. Way back. You hear this, someone? You say you lied to us. They was waiting for Angie to come on here.
Sorry, y'all. I didn't lie to you, Nick. I didn't lie to you.
She was
I
supposed
was
to.
lied to. I just gave misinformation because of the information I
I don't think she
received.
figured that Google Hangout stuff yet. Sometimes people have struggled with that. It's always on Facebook. You dig?
You dig. You
More,
dig.
more with Mo. I'm right here, man. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my channel. And welcome here as always. We got Christiane in the house. She always come with the updates. She always come with the facts. Always has the fact. What's up, Nick Brown? Much love to you, bro. Good to see you on here, Nick Brown.
Hi, Nick.
Nick
How's it
Brown.
going?
I see we got Twitter people on here now. Oh, snap. We got Facebook people on here. We got Twitter people on here. What's up? You dig?
You dig. You
Mm-hmm.
dig. So, you guys want some little info?
Yes.
So, there are rumors that there is going to be a civil war amongst the senators in regards to the prison reform. We've got the Louisiana Republican John Kennedy, who has just added yet another twist to the Senate Republicans in a heated internal fight over justice reform.
Okay.
Uh, Kennedy has a long standing of sentencing changes in criminal justice
Mhm.
legislation. He said he's intending to block a vote this Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah. So what do you think about this, Mo?
Ooh, it's getting juicy. It's getting good. Things about to get done. Things about to get done. Like criminal. Come on now. You this gonna help our president win by a landslide in 2020. I'm telling you, it's gonna be so many people free, not just from prison in their mindset. And I'm pumped up about this. I'm pumped up. You dig?
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, I mean, on the good side, we do have Chuck Grassley, we have Lindsey Graham, we have Tim Scott, we have Rand Paul. Those are the GOP peeps that are in support of this. It's called the First Step Act, and it's a bipartisan criminal justice reform bill. If we can get that passed, a lot of good things will come with that, I think.
Yes. Yes. Look, she ain't said good things can come from that. Good things will come from that. It will, and it will be done. And when things get done, that's when this country is going to explode. When things get done, when truth comes out, you know what I'm saying? When problems get solved, that's when the country go crazy. That's when the globalists go crazy because like, oh, this is not our plan. You're right. It's not your plan. It's all in God's plan. You dig?
That's the important part right there. You just hit the nail on the head. The head on the nail. Did I say that right? Anyways, you got it right. You know, it's God's plan. He's in control. No matter what. He will make it. If he wants it to be, he will make it. That's just the way it goes.
Yep.
The weather, you know, there's the we've got the global conspiracy. I mean the warming conspiracy. We've got, you know, the chemtrails. You know what? Even if there are, I mean, I believe there are chemtrails. You know, I showed you guys the picture above my house the other day that had the cross. If he wants it to snow in Southern California, he'll make it snow in California no matter what. That's just the way it goes.
That's the way it goes.
Just the way it goes.
That's how it goes. This is how the story goes. This is how it goes. And we're going to live happily ever after.
Yep.
Yeah. So we can't say the end, but we can live happily ever after.
And you know what happens in happily ever after? No politics. There's no Democrats in heaven.
Well,
we won't see any Democrats in heaven.
Ain't nobody getting triggered in heaven. Nobody in heaven.
There's no PC in heaven.
Ain't no PC in heaven. You dig?
Nope. People in Cali have been dreaming for a white Christmas. You know, Nick, my son might have a white Christmas. It's 27 degrees where he lives, so it's pretty chilly there. And he's only about 40 minutes from me, so. The yellow vest movement will go worldwide. We really need to be careful about the world west movement, and I'll tell you this.
Tell us this.
And this is my speculation and my reasoning. This could be all part of the plan to make us one world nation. I mean, look at it will unite us globally. But yet if we do this and we push it forward, we have to remember that this, we have to keep nationalism at the forefront of all of this. So yeah, it's, but you know what? It is what it is. We have to do what is right, no matter what.
Yeah. Hold on. Nick said, hey Mo, my Twitter account somehow unfollowed you for somehow. Yeah.
That happens a lot.
YouTube do the same thing. They unsub me. I would have had 20,000 subscribers. They unsub me. So whatever.
I get that a lot of, and I know people that I follow on Twitter and this unfollowed and. But the good thing about Twitter is if you follow the same people, a lot of their stuff will come back on your feed. So
I'm loving Twitter. I used to didn't like Twitter because I thought it was boring. And now I kind of like, I developed, man, new Patriot friends on Twitter. They got, man, I'm loving this. Tommy Hollis, man, me and him. Look, I never been on Twitter. You first person I haven't talked to on Twitter. You know, I ain't never talked to nobody on Twitter. I thought it was just a tweet thing. I guess people do interact and network with each other for real.
Oh yeah, it's really great, and it's been a really good platform, despite the shadow banning and stuff like that. As long as you have a good thick following, your word gets out.
What's up, Sean? That's my dude, Sean. Hey, Sean, if you want to join, send me your email. That's Sean.
Hi, Sean.
He not even a Trump supporter, but he on our side.
Aww.
Black dude.
Kristen, thank you. Kristen's saying I look beautiful tonight.
You always look beautiful.
Thanks.
Sean, if you want to get on here, just put your email in the description in the chat room, and I will just invite you on here. You know, even if you come on here for a few, you dig? You gonna like Sean? That's my guy. He comes over here. We kick it. He's actually my coworker. He's a good dude. You know, he gave me this microphone right here. He supports me.
That's cool.
Mo got some info. What's up, Duff? I don't know how to say out your YouTube. They got these crazy names. DEFCON.
DEFCON 0.
DEFCON 0. See, they be too close together. I say DEFCONZO. I ain't know your name.
DEFCON 0. What do you have, man? Tell us. Tell us. Give us a little tidbit. We'll bring you on if it's good. DEFCON. What has he got? What does he have? Tell us.
You got some info?
Kristen is smitten with Chrissy. Okay, I guess you guys can kiss. I won't stop y'all. Nick, I'm gonna pull over. Okay, Nick, I'm gonna pull over the car, and you're gonna have to sit in the back seat, or you're gonna have to walk home. Watch it. Yeah. Can we put Nick in the corner? Not in the timeout, but just in the corner for a while.
Go in the corner. No. Good in the corner.
Oh, now he's fighting with us.
Sean in the lab, he's a producer. He got his studio, so he's in the lab, probably making some more songs and stuff for people. And
stop it, Chrissy.
Nick, you better run.
Nacho knows. Nacho knows. He knows my wrath.
Yeah, Nacho knows.
That's right. Father Menace is smart. Redheads you don't want to fight with redheads, let me tell you.
Hey, I was looking at something, right? My moderators don't play. Look, I was saying who all block. Like, dang, I didn't block none of them, but the moderators did it. I'm like, whoa, y'all gonna be playing who y'all block. I had to re-unblock somebody. Like, okay, you good. You good. Like, dang, well, you brought on yourself. You must have said something crazy.
Oh, Nick ain't scared. Yeah. You're not scared because you're on the other side of a keyboard. Bucko.
Yeah. Hey, Sean gonna come on here soon. Sean got some knowledge. I'm gonna get Sean Tail on here, man. Dude got some knowledge.
All right, let's bring him on.
Yeah, but he busy right now, so
Hey, did you guys see the Trump and Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer? Oh my gosh.
Something I would never forget.
That was brilliant. That was not mind-blowing. That was mind-blasting. Really, seriously. Like, that was so poetic. Just amazing what he did. They didn't know that the press was going to be there.
Right.
And he wanted the transparency. He wanted to show the people that Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi are so full of it that they don't care about this country. They care about their votes. They care about the power. They don't care about us. They don't care about our safety. They don't care about our borders. And Chuck Schumer was just so swarmy. He sat there with his little tantrum and just, he couldn't respect the president. He couldn't respect the Oval Office. He couldn't respect the position. Yeah. If you don't like him, that's one thing. But the way you treat his position, and when he treats the president that way, he's treating us that way because we are the ones who voted for him. And the reason he got elected was because of that wall. That was one of the biggest things. It was the healthcare, the wall, and Hillary in jail. And I really believe he is fighting for all of those.
Yes, ma'am. Hold on. Someone just gave you a compliment over here. Matthew Kurt said, "Hey, at Chrissy Ann, what a dream. And you are so adorable."
Oh, thank you, Matthew. I think Matthew is my number one fan.
Yeah, it's like, hey. Suzanne, how you doing, Suzanne? Good to see y'all. I got 18 people watching. It's good. We got 18 people on here. For some reason, after 10 o'clock, the views get the most views on there. Maybe because the people are not in Cali. That's because it's still early out there, and people are still up out here, and that's why I'm gonna start doing my shows more like after 9:30 or something.
Yeah. So you guys think we'll get the wall?
Yeah.
I mean, it makes total sense. Like Nancy wants a fence. The fence isn't going to do anything. The fence is only strong enough until you bring some wire cutters. some
Yeah.
bolt cutters. That's all you need. But for $5 billion, that is a huge savings compared to what we pay for illegal immigrants. They get free housing, they get free healthcare, they get free phones, and then they send the money that they work for tax free, and they send it back home.
Mm-hmm.
So especially in California, we have people who have good jobs who are homeless.
Mm-hmm.
You can't the cost of living in California is crazy. Like where I live in I live on the outskirts of Orange County. For me, in the city I live in, for me just to get to out of the city takes over an hour. It costs $20 in toll fees. We pay an extreme amount of money for our registration, our car registration. We pay almost $1 a gallon on gas, and then the property is so expensive here. It's crazy. You can't get an apartment for less than $1,800 a month.
Yep.
That's an apartment.
Yep.
You know, who can afford that? You got, people who have a job make $30,000-$40,000 a year. That's more than half their take-home income.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have to have a good car. So that, I mean, it just, there's so many people that I know that are living out of their cars. They end up buying a van. They sleep in their van. They go to the gym to take showers and stuff and go back and forth to work.
Yep.
Yeah. And then Moxie Girl says California wants to tax us for texting. What?
They want to what?
What?
They want to what?
They would have taxed us for if that's the truth. I'm in trouble. Oh my gosh. Hey Moxie, get me some more info on that tax for texting. I mean, like even where the taxes we pay on our utilities is just through the roof. It's disgusting.
It is very disgusting.
Yeah.
And go ahead. I ain't ranting right now. I ain't ranting tonight.
It's Moxie Girl says it's to help people to buy phones who can't. No, I'm not paying for illegals to have a cell phone. I'm sorry. Mm-mm.
Hell no.
No.
Don't give me ranting right now.
Curtis just confirmed it. That is ridiculous. You're telling me that they're going to tax us so we can pay for cell phones for the immigrants on the other side? Oh, and get this. They're demanding $50,000 to come to leave the border. $50,000. Are you what? $50,000. Are you kidding me? That's just California is a mess. A mess. That's just, it's crazy.
That's why people fleeing. That's why people leaving. That's why people leaving Sodom and Gomorrah back, because they don't want to turn to a pillar of salt. They ain't gonna look back.
Yeah. Father Menace says, I need to move the hell out of here.
To go. I talked about that earlier with somebody earlier. What did I talk about? $50. I talked about earlier with controversial reality.
Yeah, I think that's where I heard it.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh my God, he the first one gave me the news. You dig?
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Yeah, $50,000 each for the caravan.
Can I get a shot today? You know what I'm talking about. Can I get a shot today? Is it on you today? And I'm stopping. You know what I'm talking
shoot,
about.
I wonder if they gave me $50,000, I'll move out. California is Mexico. Yeah. Not in a while. Actually, there are more Mexicans in LA than there are in Mexico. That is a well-known fact.
In Mexico or New Mexico?
No, no, no. There are more Mexicans in LA than there are in the country of Mexico.
Good Lord, you hear that, Elizabeth? I'm coming to join you, honey. Yeah, Sean, it's gonna get brutal, bro.
Oh, thanks, Susan. Thanks.
Kristen, your hair looks terrific.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. You got your hair done. Okay, all right.
Curtis,
shout out to Curtis May. $2.
You're awesome.
He said, "Hey Mo," and everyone, vodka for Maurice Dell. Thanks for the you know what I'm saying, from buying me a shot. I'll take it.
Yes, sure. Nacho, they're mostly illegal. Yeah, we're a sanctuary city. I mean, a sanctuary state. Excuse me. Yeah, we can take care of illegals before we start taking care of our vets and our working class.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not dogging people who are out on, you know, once we got rid of the asylums and stuff like that, the homeless population grew. And the Section 8 housing, they were like, oh, we need more Section 8 housing. And this is the reason why people want Section 8 housing. So if you have a building that you want to, in the middle class area, suburbs or whatever, and to build like a condo project or something, it comes with risk. You know, if the real estate market takes a crash or anything in the midst of trying to get all the planning and the approvals and all that kind of stuff, you can lose money. But if you do a Section 8 housing project and you put it in a certain area that is located to a grocery store, to the post office, and, you know, there's a bunch of different little tiny criteria that qualifies for it, you get that money to build that building no matter the value of it at the end of the project. So these developers want to put in the Section 8 housing and the federally funded housing so they can ensure that income comes from that project. So of course they're going to do donations to the local politicians, or, you know, the assemblymen or the whatnot. So yeah, it gets a little shisty. But the thing about it is that I've noticed is those people do Section 8 housing, or that they don't want to follow the rules in there. Mm-hmm. And then it just turns into a big mess. And yeah, there's no, it's kind of a sad thing. It really is, because we have the middle class is disappearing. Yes. They can't afford a home.
Right.
You know, in California, the median price in Northern California is $1 million in some areas.
Yeah.
$1 million. The median price in the normal areas is $500,000-$600,000. It's anybody who's single has roommates out here. It's just the way it is. I mean, even if you're not single, you still have roommates. So it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
It is crazy. You said me and Mo need to run for office for the ministers. No, they ain't ready for me. They will hate me more than Trump. They will hate me more than Trump, because I will be worse than Trump. So be careful what you wish for, y'all, because they'll be like, damn, did Mo say that? Did Mo do that? Look, I'll be like, y'all see how crazy I am on my live video? Come on now, man. Could you imagine me doing these speeches? All right, next, CNN. Mo just
fake news.
Mo just knocked CNN out. He hit him for real. They know I'm crazy. You dig? The great douchebag. What's up, brother?
I can't say that. I can't say your name, dude. You're just gonna be the great dude. That's it.
I call you the douchebag. That's what it says, douchebag. I guess he's a douchebag, you know. I guess I'm trying to swear my channel a lot. I do. I try to cut my profanity away. I do. I try.
Mo, you should run, and I'll be your running mate.
All right. Are you ready? You're blank right now.
Am I blank?
Yeah. You're blank. You're blank. There you go.
Am I there? Okay.
You're there now. You be my running mate. I would be insane.
I'll be your running mate.
You know. Shoot. They're gonna look like this dude is Mo was crazy. He's the alderman over here or the Congress, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I might
Nick says,
because people want to look. I'm a unique looking dude on here. Come on now.
"Oh
I
yeah,
might just win. Sean, should I go ahead and run for something here down in Wisconsin? Holler at me, brother. Should I run for something here in Wisconsin? Should I? You know, bring that Chicago swag down here.
Nacho says, Mo, you be safe to run with Chrissy. I'd be scared to attack you.
I'll be somebody to ask for Chrissy. So y'all better leave my Chrissy alone. Anybody? I see y'all. Mm-hmm. To the rallies. Yeah, more run. Everybody like more run. They're trying to egg me to run. It's not hard to run for anything, though. You can just actually put yourself and you run for something and they see you pop. I know it. You know what? Let me go give it a try.
Yeah.
Maybe I could get black votes.
If I stayed in California, I would try to run.
If you do, I come down to help you. I'll be your campaign manager, okay?
Mm-hmm. I take the try to run for something in Orange County or LA. Try to run for Maxine's area.
But I will if I run for anything, I will run under a Republican.
Oh yeah. I'm independent, but I'd probably run under the GOP.
You said go, MK, go. All right, Sean. We're gonna talk about this. So maybe I should run for something out here. Maybe I should.
Alexandria Cortez would lose the common tree stump on the game show. We love Alexandria. She's too sweet. Sometimes I feel bad for making fun of her, but I can't help it. I get on Twitter and she says something stupid. Like today she said something stupid. Yeah, she's my trigger. If somebody wants to get me triggered, just bring her up. Which I think the great douchebag does. I think he knows my secret.
Yeah.
She's just so easy and I feel bad for it, but it keeps happening. She said something today on Twitter, something about if you don't that the Republicans don't know what they're talking about. And of course I had to put my little snarky comment in there. So like, well, sweetheart, according to you, there's 3 branches of Congress. You might want to redact that comment there and let people forget about what you said about the 3 branches of Congress.
Come on now. Don't stop it. Who's not going to say that word? Stop it. I'm going to say it. They can't get the brand for it.
Yeah, anybody who believes that Soros is a Nazi survivor has lived under a rock for a while. Cortez shouldn't be taken lightly. Her handlers are going to make her dangerous. Oh yeah. Well, they were really good at picking her. She's actually a really good public speaker. Okay. If you don't know and don't understand, right. She has a sweet persona about her. She seems very trustworthy. She seems compassionate. She seems caring.
Okay.
But that's and she's appealing to the younger crowd. She's appealing to the people that are up and coming. And the thing about it is she's part of the recipe of this indoctrination that they're doing in the schools and in the colleges. I used to be really a strong believer in educating yourself and going further and stuff like that. But my son doesn't want to go to college. I'm not pushing it because it's all indoctrination. Yes. And you know what? You're as smart as you're going to be. And you can learn stuff, and it doesn't have to be from a professor that you overpay for. And he'll be fine. He's wise enough to figure his own way. So, yeah, he doesn't need to pay a small mortgage and be in debt for the rest of his life to learn how to hate Republicans. So,
someone told me to run as a Democrat and become a dino. What the hell? You know what?
You know what? That would work. We should run for.
Look, y'all. We black folk, we are being oppressed. Black people, we are being oppressed by the white man. Look, I'm here, y'all, and we need to talk about this. They be like, oh, vote. All right. I'll see y'all. No, that won't work. They already know. They know I'm a dino. I wouldn't even make it, so I might as well run out of a Republican. So that ain't gonna work. Nice try. Nice try.
But that would be good, though. That would be a good trick.
Yeah, that would be a good trick. But they gonna look up on videos. Nah, they won't fall for it.
No. Watch this. Just go get a tan. Go get a spray tan.
Okay.
Change your name.
I'm serious. I can't change my name. Come on, let's be serious. Let's be serious over here.
We can have a little fun. Come on, Mo.
This cracker right here. Oh, I just finished. I called my co-host a cracker.
No, Mo. I'm a cracker's cracker.
Yeah, you're cracker's cracker. I know you saltine American. They're like, did he say that to her? They're like, oh, did he say? Yes, I did. That's how.
Well, I called you the N-word.
You did.
Yep. I called you a nationalist.
Yep, you call me nationalist. Y'all wait for the other word, wouldn't y'all? Y'all wait for the other word. Look, we clown. Look, we serious, but we you know what? We very we can be comedy at times too.
Oh yeah, we have to. Can't take things too serious.
No, I would not degrade myself, douchebag. See, I'm not gonna call you a douchebag. Douchebag, I'm not gonna degrade myself running as a Democrat. Yeah, I'm jiving right here, right? Look, I call him douchebag for real. They didn't know that's his name. Yeah. Shit, I'm more black than Mo. Independent with flow, Mo. Independent. Yeah. Independent. You independent anyway, Chrissy.
Yeah.
You're not a Republican.
Yeah, I'm registered independent.
Yeah. I'm a Republican. I'm a registered Republican. I am a Republican. I am. I ain't gonna lie. But I'm a Republican for a reason. I'm here. I am a Republican.
I never voted. I've always voted Republican. And the reason why I'm not registered Republican, because before I was in nursing, I was in real estate and in development. And when you're in development, you have to work with a lot of the politicians to get your projects passed and all that kind of stuff. And so my boss had me start, doing the fundraising and doing the schmoozing with the GOP in California, because the area we lived in was actually a Republican area.
Yes.
And once the starstruck, I was over that, and the glamour wore off and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Politicians are kind of seedy. And it's part of the good old boy club. When this was all going down, I met Jerry Brown. I hung out with Jerry Brown.
Okay.
And then Arnold Schwarzenegger came into office, and the Republican Party did not like Arnold at all. He did not play. I didn't like Arnold because he's just a pervert, but I liked him as a politician because
executed Tookie Williams. I didn't like that part about him.
Yeah.
I didn't like that. I believe people change their life. I believe in redemption. And kill a man, don't kill nobody. I don't believe in killing nobody.
Yeah.
No one deserves a death penalty. No one.
Yeah.
Let them suffer. Let them rot their tail in jail. Yeah. Go ahead. I'm all over the place. My bad.
I think it's the severity of it, though, too. If you got a serial killer that's killing kids or stuff like that, then yeah, you're done. You're done. Out. Taxpayers shouldn't be paying for them.
Yeah, look at Father Kristen, we need to get married. Look at it. They love us from Kristen.
I know.
They were like, how are you always getting these beautiful women over here? They'd be like, dude, they'd be saying that. Even Bob said, never, I ain't gonna talk his name, but next. Go ahead. I'm done.
I think that name was talked out while they were waiting for us. If you read the comments.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Okay. Next.
Next.
Prisons are the new plantation. You tender. Mo, you need to start a new app called Motor. Something.
Sean, I can't wait to get you on here, man. One of these days, let me know. Let me know when you're ready. We can come on a little thick skin only at night, and we just let loose. Let loose.
Mm-hmm.
Have open dialogues and stuff. I'm gonna have different people on here, man. We gonna have over there. I'm gonna get Uber guy on here too. Uber guy, man.
Yeah. I think we need, and we need to plan the Cali rally.
The Cali rally. I'm going back to Cali. Cali. I don't think so.
Why not? We got to turn the state back red. We need to flip it back to red.
Chicago ain't the same. Look, as much as I love my city, Chicago, it would never be the same again. It would never be. That's sanctuary. No, but I know, but it's messed up. Everybody, I seen the corruption in Chicago. It's not Chicago no more. It's Chirac.
I'm sorry, that was funny, Chirac.
Rita in the house. I see. Is Rita? Yeah.
Rita?
I don't see no Rita.
Oh, there she is.
Somebody said Rita.
Sister Rita.
The old school blood from Compton. We got Compton in the house.
Compton
in the house. All right, Rita. If you want to join, you can come on here, Rita. Blood. What's up, blood? How you do this? Blood like this? Blood. I know the gang sounds Crip.
Oh my.
Mo, I got your back with the troll. Much love, great douchebag. You know what? I said I ain't add no more miles. I'll rinse you when I'm done.
Make it 42 now.
Compton, make it 42. Because the channel growing anyway. You know what I'm saying? It's good to have a lot of. A lot of people look. They have about 10 miles. Look, I went to the extreme and like boom, 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 boom. Because I see y'all on here all the time. Y'all here. So why not? Why not?
I saw somebody come on one time that they were new, and they said, "Was this a mechanics convention?"
Yeah,
oh, that was pretty funny.
But them the lawyer ones that's always on here though. So why not mod them?
Yeah.
You feel me? Why not? If you're on here all the time, if you show me support on here, why not? You're watching the trolls for me, why not? You dig?
Yeah, get Rita on.
I have 10 minutes. Okay, let me find your email. Okay, I got your email right here. So go ahead and talk while I invite Rita on here. Compton.
Yeah, me and Rita will get the Cali rally going.
Compton. We got a blood in the house. What's up, Slob? If you look.
Slob.
Why? Rib ride. Look at me. I'm thinking all LA stuff. I used to listen to the Crip song stuff.
Nice.
I think I'm Compton right here. Compton in the house. We got Compton.
Am I there?
I'm inviting Compton.
She's trying to call me.
For real? No, I'm inviting her right here.
That's right, Nacho. Chrissy and Rita are turning Cali red. Red pilling everybody. George Soros is a
that was the wrong
POS. Yes, he is. He's more than that.
I invited the wrong person on. Be like, I actually invited the other guy, the pretty boy guy. You know what I'm talking about, TV.
Oh, invite him on too.
I like to do it at the you know what I'm saying, on their schedule. I try to do it last minute no more.
Ask him. What's up, Patriots? American Joe Show. Hey, Joe. American Joe. I've been read on.
I'm running Compton over here. Here you go, Compton in the house.
Oh, here she comes.
Compton's in the house.
Compton's
in the house. What's up, blood? What's up, blood? Blood. Look at blood. I'm throwing the blood. What's up, blood? How you doing, blood? What's up, blood?
What's up, blood?
Look, I'm throwing my old sign too. Right, look, the blood.
That B.
What up, blood? I don't know how to do that. I just see y'all with the blood. What's up, crab killer? How y'all say it?
Crab killer.
Right there.
There you go, blood. That's how you do it. See, y'all gangs got different from Chicago. Got
blood.
Pyru in the house. What's up, Pyru? We got Pyru. We got a blood. What's up, blood? Hey, blood. Blood in the house.
Yep.
Guys, tonight I was talking to Uber on this video earlier. We were
Quit, Paul.
talking about. Oh my goodness, there go Mo. He's
All right.
banging on me.
Banging. Look, I'm banging on wax. Look, I'm old school. I'm doing this right here. Like, I'm like, yeah. Banging on wax. Slop killer.
Oh, see, now he tripping. But you know, he don't know what it really stands for. Slob really stands for super loped out blood.
Yeah. I love it.
What did Nacho say? Nacho said, "Why am I more scared of Chrissy than Rita the gangster?"
You net banging.
Yeah, don't be scared of me. I don't want to put no fear in nobody. Only God can do that. But if you mess with my family and me, you're gonna need to call on the Lord.
Amen. Amen.
I love Rita, man. Rita. Hey, blood.
Man, people be tripping, man. Oh yeah, I was talking to Uber earlier on this video earlier today, and I'm gonna see the same time he wants to come out. Maybe we can get you and him to come out at the same time.
Let's do this.
Okay.
The Cali Rally. That's what we're gonna call it. The Cali Rally.
Yeah. Well, nah, we ain't calling no Cali Rally in the hood. It's gonna be called Compton in the house. Compton's finest.
The people over here, the people over there, the people from everywhere. Look at me, I'm on some easy.
That's right, Kristen. That's right. I represent God. I represent God. My flesh still, you know, it still got that P-Funk in there.
Mm-hmm.
But I represent my Lord and Savior.
Amen.
Amen.
Yes,
Amen.
He is. But yeah, it's been good though. I'm happy with the holidays coming up. I'm happy that I made somebody feel good. I mean, someone at my job, he was telling me, you know, I asked him, I said, I can't wait till I leave this job and get another job. He's like, why, Rita? He's Vietnamese, and he's like, you're the only person at this job that talked to me and, you know, show me respect. I felt so bad, man, when he said that. And he said, nobody really talks to me. And I said, really? You know, so we were talking, and he's been opening up more at the job. And he told me the other night, he was like, I said, you get your kids a Christmas tree? He said, no, money hard. You know, it's hard. I try to pay bills and stuff, you know. So I told him, you know, okay. So I brought him a Christmas tree with lights, and, you know, I got his kids a couple of gifts and stuff. And the man was almost, you could see water in his eyes. And I was like,
Santa Rita.
No, I ain't no Santa, because I'm gonna tell you that's y'all folks do that Santa stuff. In Compton, we were taught not to believe in Santa Claus, and he better not come down the chimney, because we black folks, we gonna shoot and talk later.
Oh, you wow, Rita, you wow.
Man, you remember you saw that on, what was that? Was that Friday?
Yeah,
Friday.
I saw that.
Remember that?
Yeah.
That
Friday.
Santa Claus was stealing the gifts and stuff.
Woo! You gotta love Rita.
Man, Santa Claus, I'm gonna tell y'all, Santa Claus in Compton and Watts, he get killed. We better not see no white man coming down the chimney or in the front door talking about, oh, I brought gifts. No.
Man.
It wasn't going down out there. But you know, it feels good to do for people, you know, do for somebody that is having a little harder time than you are, you know, because I'm not rich, but I'm rich in spirit. You know, I just thank God, man, for where I have come from, you know, that I used to get help. And now I'm able to help somebody. I mean, I used to be a thief. I used to be a straight up thief. And now, like the Bible says in the book of Ephesians, the 4th chapter, you guys familiar with that scripture where it says, you used to use your hands to steal, and now you use your hands to give. And
to give. Ooh, I love that.
Ooh, man.
That's the word right there. Shoot.
Oh, man, I love it. You know, because I feel better giving people and seeing them smile than even getting anything, man. It
word up. That's how you
But
do it.
yeah, you guys, when Mo come out here, I'm gonna go live because Mo ain't gonna go live. He gonna probably drop the phone and everything because he gonna be over here tripping with the homies and oh yeah, man, look at yeah. I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna be on it. I'm gonna videotape Mo and Uber in California as soon as they come here next year. But it's going down in 2019.
I'm going to talk to the people in Cali and saying I'm an old school gangster disciple because I don't think a lot of them heard from Chicago gangs, because
No, a lot of them haven't.
you know what I'm saying, like you know what I'm saying, they didn't, because the gangs come from LA and Chicago, like the Crips and
Right.
Bloods come from LA,
Right.
GDs from old gangs, and the Vice Lords and the Black Keystone come from
They come
Chicago.
Chicago, right?
Right. and they spread it. You know what I'm saying? They spread it all over. Both our gangs have spread it. And it's real talk. Like, wow, it's crazy because we had a Crip that was locked up in our jail years ago. Everybody knows I was locked up before. I'm a gangster, old school gangster disciple. A Crip came in there. You know what? So we keeping the Crip. They with us on the right side. You know what I'm saying? Because it's different in Chicago than Cali. You can't wear your hat a certain way in Chicago. You can't cross your arm a certain way. You wear it to the right, that means you're folks. You wear it to the left, you're people. You can't turn your hat in Chicago. That's how it is.
Wow.
Serious. You stand like this, they know this. They know this. You dig? Look, they see my pitchfork right here. I still got the pitchfork right here. That's a sign right here. But I never, you know what? I used to try to remove it. I said, you know what? I ain't remove it because I want to use it as a testimony. I would never remove it. I don't remove my gang tattoos. I covered up some other gang tattoos I had. I covered it up with a 6 point with a GD. I did that for my job. You know what I'm saying? I still got this right here. I still got this right here. That's the gang sign that we threw up.
Right.
And I kept it, because I want to let people know where I came from, I'm not banging no more, but
right. But it
know
helps
where you came from.
because people are visual creatures. Mm-hmm. They're visual. That's why they're always in trouble because they're so damn visual. People are so damn visual. Everything got to be by the eye. And when you look at everything through your eye, just like I was just telling somebody, I'm so tired of these liberal, again, the alert went up today at work because people know, oh, she's a Trump or whatever the heck because I always call him Uncle Trump. I don't even care. If I wasn't even for Trump, I would be like Uncle Trump just because people so ignorant. And these people, here it comes, the liberalism antennas went up, and here they come. Oh yeah, did you hear your Uncle Trump? His attorney went down today, and
the liberal logic.
Yeah, now Trump is going down. Oh yeah. I said, well, did you hear about the immigrants? Since you're black, let me tell you about that. Did you hear about the immigrants that are not black that said they want $59,000 each from Trump to turn around? They must have said, what? Well, where my mule and my acre? I said, oh, now I got your attention on something else. Here we go. Liberalism. And how they gonna ask Trump for $59,000? Because now I'm thinking about it, I need $59,000. I mean, come on now, how you gonna come over here?
I'll move out. I'll make room for illegal. I'll move out. Give me 50 grand.
You give me 50 grand. Come on, legal. Get over here, Holmes.
Hell no! You give me 50 grand, I'm out of here. I'm moving out of California for sure. And I ain't helping no illegals. I have people right here I need to help. Seriously. I mean, this is such a bad thing that's going on in this world today that people are all over the place. I mean, even some of the Republicans all over the place.
The winos.
People, we need our help. Well, wait a minute. What about the people that's right here? I mean, even children know. Yeah. Children. Mothers and children that are right here. Did you see that mother that crawled under the fence illegally and then had her honey bun push the infant baby in the dirt for her to grab the baby?
8 months old, Rita. That baby was 8 months old. And here they're yelling at us for using tear gas to deter them.
Get the fudge out of here.
Wow. But nobody says nothing. They don't see nothing. They will still blame Trump. Anything going on right now is all Trump's fault. Someone just said today, nobody talked about when Obama was in office and those Haitians came over in Florida and he sent them back. Nobody said anything about that as Black people. but they're so interested in everyone else's party, and we can't even get our party together. Just like this silly man at my job said, "Oh yeah, when we were voting, yeah, we gotta vote these Republicans out of California." I said, "Oh my goodness, my bullshit radar went up." Excuse me, you guys, because that was straight bullshit that went up that day. I said, "Are you crazy? California's been Democrat. It's all crippin'." He said, "What?" I said, "California is crippin' ain't easy out here. Because it's all blue, cuz. All of California is blue. It's not red blood. It's not red blood." He's like, "What you mean? The Democrats aren't Crips?" I said, "Well, I'm just saying. The Crips wear blue, the Bloods wear red. So California is all blue."
For real.
It's all blue. All blue. All straight across the board, it's all blue.
Crabs in the house. What up, Crabs? Rip, ride. Hey.
Big old crew of them, too. And what's up, Chrissy? What's up with your auntie Maxine Waters? I mean, why did she stay in the house so long? Why don't they get 4 years like the president and get the heck out of here? I mean, why is she still in the office? Like her, Pelosi. How do these people get to
Pelosi get that evil biatch?
I think the thing we need to consider as Californians is I just try to renew. Have you done anything online to renew your vehicle or driver's license?
No, I always go in because I don't trust people.
I went to try to renew my registration on my car. Oh my gosh. I was bombarded with voter stuff. Are you sure you want to vote? Are you sure? Because I was like, no, I'm already registered. I'm registered to vote. I don't need your crap. Do you want voter information text to you? Are you sure you're registered? I mean, they kept pushing and pushing and pushing it. And the thing about it is, I was just doing car registration. So the car registration, you don't have to be a citizen to register a car. And they were trying to push this voter registration on me while I was trying to register my car.
Right.
Wow.
Which was $500, by the way.
500.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Oh, well, I can't wait to see how much my Harley's gonna be to register. I might have to end up selling that because if it's too high, I'm not registering no bike. Because I mean, from this point forward, I'm looking to save money and box it up. I'm gonna be like YG. I know, Chrissy, you don't know nothing about that, but Mo, you know YG on this song. On this song, YG, I'm gonna let Chrissy hear one day. YG, he actually says, "I'm gonna bank my money like the white folks do because they know how to save money," which he doesn't do none of that anyway. But I'm banking my money like white folks, okay? Because see, white people would drive around in a bucket, and you would never know that they got bank and property. Why most black people, sorry to say this, black people that's listening, but it's true, we got this bad. We'll buy a bunch of jewelry, want to show off, and all that stuff, and we broke. And we don't have nothing. So I'm saving my money, man. I'm going to start acting like I'm poor.
Poor. You dig? And real talk.
Yeah.
You know what? It's all material stuff. And when you're spending that money and it's taken away from your family, it's taken away from your security. Come on.
Yes.
What does it mean? And who cares what other people think about you?
We're headed for bad. Especially in California. Everybody blames, though, this is my problem. Everybody blames the White House. They blame Trump. And I'm like, you're in California, dude. You don't need to leave California to blame anybody. You could just blame the government you voted in.
Yep.
Man, we need to get out of here, though. Seriously, Chrissy. I mean, this is bad. I don't know who all is on here that's from California besides me and Chrissy, but I'm going to tell you, we need to get out of California. California is not for nobody. I don't care if you white, blue, black, yellow, green, purple. It's not for nobody that wants to survive. It wants to put us in slavery.
Curtis, are you still in here? Curtis is from California.
Oh, Curtis from California?
Yeah.
Man.
He was in here earlier.
I'm going to tell you, Vegas, they have a Democratic governor. But I was talking to my buddies out there that's into some money in politics. They were just saying, you're good out here because, see, all of those casinos are not owned by liberals. They're owned by conservative people that think conservative. So
Yep.
Vegas ain't having, that governor can't do nothing but sit and do his little job, and he can't do nothing like California. So that's why I'm like, you know what? That's probably the closest place I can go. You know, I told you I got a house out there in Henderson, and my sister, she rents it out. But I'm telling you, I can't do this no more, man. I'm just waiting for my daughter to finish college and get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
It's too much. It's too much. Give it to, I mean, the illegals are going to take over.
Mm-hmm.
And we know they don't pay taxes. We know they don't.
Of course.
Yeah, it's there's no respect. There's no appreciation. Yeah.
Tell me this, though. Tell me this. I'm gonna sound like Mo, you guys. I'm sorry right now. I'm feeling myself today. I think I'm in the flesh and the spirit. Right now I'm a little on both. But I love the fuck out of everybody. I love the fuck out of Mo. I love the fuck out of Chrissy. I mean, I love you guys so much. And I don't even know a lot of you guys physically.
Right.
But
man,
I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? And love conquers everything. It trumps over all things. And it's like,
yep.
We need to learn to love, you know, and we all, like I tell people, they talk about, you know, how I like to throw Trump out there because he's the most hated right now. But they talk about what Trump does and how he talks. And I'm like, well, dang, what about us Christians? Us Christian folks, we slip a lot.
A lot.
Fuck, damn, motherfuck, shit, woo, 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 woo. We do all that.
Down,
beep,
beep,
beep, beep, beep, beep. And you talking about somebody that talks something. But I'm going to tell you one thing the man does do. Whatever he talks, he backs it up because he does just what he says.
Exactly.
And
exactly.
People that talk mess, they just bullies and they don't even do nothing. They just talk. They don't do anything. Nothing changes. Not even in their home. They don't want to obey nothing or anything. And it's like, people need to learn to love. I don't care what color you are. When I met Chrissy, I didn't look at her as a white woman or nothing. It's like we already knew each other. And I thought she was black because, you know, she was late too. So I didn't even know she was white, you know, because she came late. She was on CP time. You know what I'm saying?
One time I was late. One time. Mo, what did you tell me earlier today? Did you say something about me being always on time today?
Yep, I did. She be the main one on time when it comes to videos. Everybody be like, late. I'm coming. I hop in for 15 minutes. They be late. So she do be on
here's my halo.
Saltine American time. I won't say crap. I don't want to offend you.
I would love to run for President Nacho. I would love to run for, you know what? I wouldn't want to be a president. I don't have a problem with a woman doing that job, but there's certain things. It's the way that some of us women, period, are built. Women, we're built a certain way. I'm gonna tell you what's wrong with the world today. Americans have a lot of freedom, and that's why we have the BS going on in the world today. America has a lot of freedom. We have the women feminist movement is against men. You know, it's actually to tear men down from what God has actually ordained them to be, leaders.
God, well, yeah, it's breaking up the families. It's and two, they want to demasculate men. That's like one of the biggest agendas of this whole feminist movement is to defeminize men, because if you have men who are, you know, rid of this toxic masculinity, then, you know, they're not going to fight. They're not going to stand up for what is right. They're not going to stand up for their women. They're not. And yeah, it's
sad. It's
It
sad.
is.
I mean, women are knocking men down. They and this is what I teach a lot of women. They're like, "Oh, Rita, you with the you're a woman. You talk like a womanizer." No, I said no. You need to listen to what I'm saying. You think the way you think is because how you've been taught. We've been taught. We've been brainwashed to make men feel smaller than us, make them feel
Mm.
like we are the top dogs and that we don't need a man. God said in the beginning when He created the earth and He created man, He felt that man would not be good alone. So that's why He made woman from the womb of the man, from the side, the rib of the man, and He made a woman because He felt that a man should not be good alone. And so when we say these things, we put ourselves in a higher place where we feel we don't need a man, or the man feels he don't need a woman, or he needs all these women. God knew what He was doing from the beginning of time, but we don't know what we're doing anytime because we are living off our own mindset. We are living off of something that is made up in our mind. God created leadership. I mean, Mo, you know this, and Christy, back in the days, God only spoke to the father, the fathers. He spoke to the
Yes.
men,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a reason. It doesn't mean that the man is better or higher than
Right.
the woman. It
Mm-hmm.
just means that's what He did. He ordained men to be leaders in the church, not women. Women are not to be the leaders in the church. Better or higher than the woman. It just means that's not their responsibility. Now we can teach as I do, minister and all that, but we're not to submit authority over man. And that's where a lot of women have a problem. Now there's certain men that have misused the word of God, the word submissive. They
Mm-hmm.
have misused it. So women feel like, oh, wait a minute, I'm not being submissive. That's a bad word. But submissive, we submit to God. We're to submit to one another. Submissive
Mm-hmm.
means you are to submit to one another, the
Mm-hmm.
man and the
Yes.
woman. You're not to, women wonder why. This is what my uncle said one day. He said, we were all sitting down talking, men and women. You women sent us men out in the world with wolves, and you deny sex. But see, when you go to the Bible, it says don't do those things unless it's been permitted for certain reasons within your marriage, your relationship,
Mm-hmm.
because the devil seeks in. So you
Yep.
think God doesn't know?
Right.
You better get that booty up to your man. What you better do? Stop playing them damn games. That's the bottom
What's
line.
up, the white conservative? How you doing?
But yeah,
Yeah,
this world is a mess.
it is. It really is, and it's deconstructed the family, and our families are falling apart, and it's so sad, you know.
Yeah,
And then we have these kids that don't have a father at home. You
man.
know, the moms are struggling, and then the kids are going to school being told, you know you're not a boy, you're not a girl until you decide
Uh,
you want to be a boy or a girl, and don't listen to your parents because they don't know what they're talking about. And when the kids go home, their parents are probably stuck on their phones or whatever, not paying attention. And it's just our society has just become so self-centered,
yep.
and we make religion what we want it to be now.
Yeah.
We want it to fit our agenda, not God's agenda.
And we don't want
Yeah,
to offend nobody. I'm going to offend my kids. My daughter's going to be offended because I'm going
Mm-hmm.
to offend her. I'd rather offend my child than for me to deal with her being hurt by the world or killed.
Yeah,
I'd
bring
rather
that
Right.
offend
conviction
you.
on them. Bring that conviction on your child. Bring that conviction.
Exactly.
Let them feel, let them
Exactly.
feel convicted. Make them feel convicted. You know what I'm saying? The truth
Right.
hurts. Let them be hurt by the truth. You dig?
Yep.
I totally agree. It's all messed up. Did y'all see? Hopefully y'all can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear
Uh,
you, Nacho.
all right. Did y'all see the video? It was some teacher, science teacher or something in I guess high school or something. She like lost her brains and went crazy and made this kid sit down and she started chopping his hair off. She is locked up for it now. Put on like
Damn.
I think it's either 50 or 100,000 bond. And they said she had like some type of mental breakdown or something. I don't know if y'all seen that video.
Mm-mm.
I haven't seen that. Where that happened? When did that happen?
It happened. Well, the video came out today, but I believe she got arrested today, or it was yesterday. It happened probably just a few days ago, and somebody in the class recorded it. The students in there actually took off running away from her. Went to like the principal and all that, and told them how their teacher was going crazy, and they told them all just to go back to class. And in the video, you could see the kids were actually like yelling and stuff and running from her. They look like teenagers. I'm assuming is high school, maybe 9th or 10th grade. I mean, they look young. But I mean, it's just sad that something like that happens, and especially a teacher. They're supposed to be teaching your kids, and then they're doing this stuff to your kids. I mean, it's just crazy.
It is. It's some stuff we gotta, man. It's gonna get crazy. Boy, you already know, Nacho. This country has gone crazy. This country has gone mad. This country has gone wild. Political correctness has gone wild. PC have gotten out of control.
Yes, it has.
Yeah.
Yes, it has.
It's gone totally crazy. And when I first started, doing my YouTube videos, I had people come on there all the time saying, "Oh, you're racist, talking racist, blah blah blah." Even when I was on Facebook, which I haven't been on Facebook probably in like 6 months, every time I'd comment on there, I had all kinds of people on there. I don't know how half of them got on my friends list on Facebook because I don't even know them. And then next thing you know, they start calling me racist just because I support Trump. And then now I'm making videos, and especially where you helped me out, Mo, with my channel. And of course, it's grown, and I definitely appreciate it. I can't thank you enough for that. But also now, people are commenting saying I talk nothing but racist this, racist that, and it's laughable. But at the same time, it's like, how do you actually get in that mindset and just see somebody as racist, even if they're not even saying anything about skin color, race, sex, anything? I mean, I don't see how you get in that mindset.
Right. It's like, I don't know. It's that victim mindset. It's that victim mindset they have, to be victims, to be a victim, to be a war with me. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
To be the war with me. That I'm oppressed. I am oppressed. But they don't want to tell the real truth behind the real scenes. They don't want to tell the truth. They want to tell lies. They want to tell lies. Lies make them feel good. It feels good to lie. I always tell people, if you want to hear the truth, can I tell you something? If you don't want to hear the truth, then I'll lie to you. Maybe I should just start lying to y'all all, and y'all will be good with me from lying to y'all. Y'all be good with me. Maybe if we keep on lying to them, it will make them. It would get their rocks off. It would get their thrills off. It will make them excuse my French, they'll get an orgasm from lies.
Oh yeah.
I mess with them all the time. Like that. Thick skin only, all right? That's it.
I mean, I totally agree, Mo. I mess with them all the time. They call me racist. I tell them, "Oh, you know what? You got me." And then they just kind of look at me, and they really don't have a response.
Yeah, it's a crazy time we live in. People don't want to accept the truth, so they're just going to try to bash you. I mean, that's what it really comes down to. And we saw an example of it not too long ago. Somebody doesn't like you, so they're just going to bash you. They don't want to talk facts. They don't want to talk reality.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's truth. And the sad thing, I think I talked about this before, but the sad thing is, we'll be looking back on this situation we're in right now in about like 10 years, and we're all going to be wondering, how did we get in this situation where now Christmas is racist, Christmas songs are, talking about rape, and then, all this other crap, and then they even
Right.
had some book out with saying
Yep.
Santa Claus was gay and all this. I just don't understand that mindset. But we'll be looking back on this, and I don't think we'll figure it out. But it's a sad time we live in right now.
Yes, a sad time here in America. What a sad time in America. But at the same time, even though it's a sad time in America, what a great time to be an American.
Exactly. And we have to, I mean, we have to fight the evil with goodness. And the way to do that is to always focus on the positive. You know, we're living in a time where that we're going to see, we haven't become, the complacent are no longer complacent. We want what is right. We stood down in the name of being tolerant, in the name of being accepting, inclusivity, but it's gotten way out of hand where now we are the enemy and we're not taking it anymore because we know the truth.
Mm-hmm. And people don't like that. They don't like that we know the truth. And see, so many people are so messed up in the mind and being stuck on one thing, meaning, oh, well, let's follow what everybody else did. Like I said, I used to be a Democrat for a long time. I followed Democratic Party because I didn't study anything. I didn't try to reach out to learn anything because I was satisfied where I was. But the more that I started wanting to get more involved in my nonprofit, and I want to open up my business in Nevada in the next 2 years, I'm becoming my own person. So now I'm
Yes.
going to use my name, which my name, all of our names, like Uber was saying, all of our names is an organization.
Yes.
We all are an organization. You know, I was like, that
Right.
makes sense. Because we all are an organization, but it's up to you if you want to be an unknown organization with your name, or you want to be a known organization, meaning you're moving things.
Yes.
I don't want to sit still. I don't want to be on welfare. See, I'm a person, because I can say this, I was on welfare for 2 years of my life when I had my daughter, but I didn't stay on welfare. I didn't utilize that for my agenda to live on it. I did it because we moved in an area, there was no jobs, and I needed extra income at the time to help out. And when my daughter got 2, I started working. I got off of it. But
Hey,
when you
Rita.
become, huh?
Hey, I got a question for you. Since talking about the welfare thing, and you was on it. Uh, what do you think about some of these women? And I know men get it too, but it seems like it's mostly women that
Right.
actually get on it and basically live on it rest of their life. And some of these women have nicer houses, nicer vehicles, clothes, or fridge is always full of food and everything. And yet, I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, is welfare? I mean, does it actually give you that amount of money, or
Not today.
how are they doing it?
Not in today's world. Um, it used to be the first and the 15th of the month. First and the 15th of the month used to get paid twice a month on the welfare. That changed. I forgot what president that was, or government that was, where that changed. You remember, Chrissy? You probably heard where it used to be 2 times a month. Back in the 80s and some of the 90s, it was the first and the 15th. So you got more money then. Now, no, I don't know how they survive. I don't know how they survive off of that unless they're doing other things under the table. Because and so you can know, in California, we have a system called the General Relief System. I don't know if that's all over. Probably is. But the GR system is for men and women. So those are people without children. So they get paid as well. There's a lot of men on that. A lot of men. So I think it's kind of even, because men without kids get general relief, and that's welfare. So they
Okay.
get food stamps, they get the EBT card, and they get probably like about 200, 300. It all depends on if they with the Cal work thing, where they go out and work certain amount of hours to get more money. But yeah, here it's both men and women.
Well, I think
And
if they're driving a nice car and all that kind of stuff too, I mean, people do play the system too.
right, they play it. And they're probably working with 2 social security numbers, because there's no way you can get a nice car with welfare. No, not at all.
You can't
Welfare
even.
today is not. No.
No.
I think with one kid, when I received the welfare, I had one child, so I got about
Lucky
$400
you.
for the whole month. Yeah, one child.
Lucky you. I got one child in space in 20 years. It's gonna be good.
$400 something a month back in 1999. $410, and the food stamp was $193. I remember that. A
Wow.
month. A month.
You know, I gotta say, I wasn't trying to make it that if it sounded that way, that I was saying it's mainly women, but those are more of the videos you see is mainly what they call, you know, welfare queens. You know, I know there's, like I said, there's men on it, but you don't see, for some reason, many of those videos. Just like with cops, you always see videos of bad cops, but you don't ever see the videos of the good cops. You know, so I guess it kind of falls in that situation if I'm kind of explaining it right, if you understand what I'm saying.
And no, I see what you're saying, and it's true because in certain areas of the world it might be different, but in California we have such a jacked up system here that, I mean, this man, I'm gonna tell you a true story. I was going to 7-Eleven, one of our favorite spots of a lot of Chrissy boyfriends work there.
هلا حبيبي كيف حالك أنا مبسوطة.
So I'm going
Bangram.
inside, and this black dude says to me, he's complaining about the president. So I said, well, what about it? He said, yeah, he taking my money. Well, first of all, he didn't have no teeth in the front, and I already knew he was homeless, and I already know he uses drugs because I'm always feeding people in that area. He just don't remember who I am. So I said, oh, how did Trump take your money? He said, because Obama was giving me, you know, my check. I said, wait a minute, you telling me Obama came out here to see you and gave you a check every month? Well,
Wow.
no, I'm not saying he came and gave it to me, but since Trump got in office, I'm not getting that much. I said, look, man, get you a job and get some teeth while you at it, so that then you could talk better, because now you make no sense.
Wow.
See,
Hey,
when
Rita.
people are foolish, you have to kind of be foolish back with them sometimes.
Hey Rita, did you get a notice for a recount? I just picked up my mail, and the congressional district census just asked if I would participate.
I didn't get nothing like that.
Yeah, they want a recount, and they're asking if I would help with the recount.
For what?
I would do it.
For the midterms. I told you. I told you that Orange County, there's no way Orange County would turn blue like that. I do not believe it.
Also, Orange County
time to
is
stand up.
Orange County is red, 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 red. They were Trump supporters from day one. They're old money. They're mostly vets that live in the area. They are so pro-Trump in Orange County. There's just no way. No way.
That's crazy. You actually going to participate in the recount?
Oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
They're going to see you're a redhead, and they'll back away a little bit.
I'll fill out my paperwork right now as we talk.
They'll be like, oh boy, wish you didn't send this to her.
Take them on, brother. Take them on.
And you know what? One thing I noticed is people will have a dead audience if they don't talk about anything interesting to the eyes and the ears. Especially the ears when you're doing, you know, a show like this. I noticed that about Mo when I met him, is that caught the way he acts, movement and stuff, and the way he talks. It's something that I can relate with, because he is talking like we deal with out here in Compton. So when people see that they can relate with you, then they move with you, you know, because now they want to, and when they move with you, they can learn from you, but they can't learn from you if you're not moving a certain way. Like Mo said, he used to be a Crip, you know, part like
I was a GD gangster cyber Crip.
Right, but that's what y'all would be considered out here.
Yeah, that would be considered.
In
Yeah.
California, he would be considered a Crip.
Yes, I would.
I gotta say though, I get what you're saying, Rita, but I believe y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Mo has been shadow banned. I mean, look at his sub account and then look at the people in his chat. He should have at least 100 people in here. I've seen people that have like 1,000 subs and they get like 100, 200 people in their chat room.
Yep.
And then I see Mo, and it actually pisses me off. It's like I think they're doing it just because of your skin color, to be honest. And I hate to say that, but I believe that's really the only reason.
I got 10,000 subs and I got 22 people watching. Come on now. But
Yeah,
that's the loyal people, though. The loyal people are still here. That's why I mob them. This is why I mob the loyal people, because I know the fuckery. Ooh, I was trying to cuss on here, but I know it.
Ooh, $1 in the bucket. Put $1 in the bucket.
Yeah. Ooh, I slipped. I have to.
And Rita, you have to put $2 in the bucket too.
Ooh, I'm gonna say it again. I know it. I know it.
Gotta put $1 in that swear jar.
And you know where that swear jar goes to? My bar tab.
Oh, our bar tab.
It won't be no.
Stop it, Chrissy.
The only thing she ain't getting no bar tab. The only thing I'm gonna say is because I openly sin is forgive me, Jesus, for openly sinning, cursing. But that's why it's so good to be represented. My representative is Jesus Christ. He represents me, and I'm able to repent and turn right back around to where he needs me to be. That's the good part of being a Christian. But you know, I mean, at the end of the day, it all boils down to people follow who they want to. That's why when you notice some people, you'll go on social media and stuff, and you'll have an audience of 10 or 13 people because you're talking about realness. But you go over somewhere else and you're talking about fakeness, you'll have about 1,000 people because people like fake stuff. And they don't even realize that they've been brainwashed to like what's not real. That's why all these women are sick. You know, like, Tiny, T.I.'s wife, she had surgery on her eyes because her eyes were never that color. And now the daughter has problems with her eyes because she was trying to do the same thing because people want fake stuff. Everyone
yes, they do.
Fake.
Wow. Are they the ones that had their eyes dyed blue or something like that? I seen that a while back. I didn't know who it was.
Yeah, T.I.'s wife. Well, that's his ex-wife now. I think is that his ex-wife, Mo? Did they get divorced?
I don't know who got divorced.
Okay, well, they probably still married. None of these people today. But yeah, I mean, just like what's her name? Jada Pinkett. She has a round table talk thing that they do, and everybody be telling me about it. I said, why can't we do our own round table? Why do we have to look at people of celebrity status and give them all the thumbs up because they're celebrities and they wear Gucci and Louis? And why we can't just be real and do a round table of real people instead of people that we don't know nothing about? But at least you know about Mo, you know about me, you know about Chrissy, you know about Nacho, we real. We real. We fall short. You know what I'm saying? We follow Jesus. We fall short.
Yes.
At times. And we still let you know that even though we fall short, we can get picked back up because Jesus said he would pick us back up. He always has a hand down and help us come back up. So, people need to realize, especially people that are not Christians, don't tell me how to be a Christian, homie. Well, you ain't been a Christian a day in your life. All you did was do something that someone else taught you. When you walking and living and you've been in our life of dirt where God cleaned us up.
What's going on, Jovi? Jovi Val in the house.
Jovi. Christian. How you doing? Evening. I said evening to you guys earlier, but I think my mic cut off. So to be a Christian honestly is to suffer. That's what being a Christian is. We're not of this world. We're only visiting, so why should we be comfortable here, But of course, everything that we're being given to a worldly value, it's of greatness.
And yeah, we suffer, but I'm gonna tell you one thing about suffering: you don't always suffer, baby, because the Lord, He knows how to clean you up and put you back into where you need to be. See, I've been through suffering. I know what suffering feel like. Someone that's dealt with cancer, getting chemotherapy. I was almost at stage 4. I should be dying. I should be dead. Being shot in the street of Compton, taking a bullet. I should be dead. See, some people don't really know what suffering really is. See, a lot of our suffering comes from our sin too.
Mm-hmm.
God doesn't want you to always, he's not going to allow you to always suffer. Suffering is a part of disobedience as well. But we will suffer for the cause of who we follow in Jesus Christ in this world, because as we see today, the suffering is people are attacking Christians. Homosexuals is off the hook attacking us because of who we believe and who we follow, and telling us that our Jesus is not real and God is a phony. That's who we're being attacked by. So I suffer for who I stand for. And if I die for the cause, I'm dying not for Westside Pyro, I'm dying for Jesus Christ. I stand for the new blood of Jesus. My new blood is not Westside Pyro 14 Deuce Line Gangsta blood. My new blood is representing Jesus Christ, the holy one, the everlasting one. That's the blood I represent today.
Right.
I seen a comment somebody made on another stream, I believe. He said that, and it made sense, that Christians are living in hell because we know when we move on, we're going to heaven. And the ones that don't believe in God, this is the only heaven they're going to know, because when they die, they're going to hell.
Exactly.
What was that?
Well, I'd be honest, like, if you don't know Jesus Christ, you will not enter into the kingdom of heaven. You know, the idea of, you know, he died on the cross for us, for our sins. You know, he came down to earth in the form of man. And those who don't believe that will stay here, you know, and unfortunately, you know, that's a lot of people that don't believe in Jesus Christ, you know, because you could say God and all, but it's Jesus Christ that you have to have faith in order to enter into the kingdom of heaven. And Jesus is God, you know. I know there's like this misconception of who's God, who's Jesus, who's the Holy Spirit, you know. And then you know what they're trying to say is the Holy Spirit is Mother God. That's what they're trying to say, because they're saying the Father, the Son, and the Mother. So they call the Holy Spirit the Mother now. So they want to really throw, believe it or not, they're throwing feminism into the mix of Christianity. It's kind of,
you got Rihanna Grande saying Mother or God is a woman.
Yeah, it's getting all crazy, and they're also saying that men are women and now women are men. They're trying to confuse everybody, and to me, it's child abuse. They're literally screwing with these kids' heads, and you know, it's really sad because the outcome is not going to be good for those kids. They're going to be confused, and then when they get older and try to start understanding different ways, it's really going to screw them up.
Yes.
Because if you confuse them as kids, then they won't have their own minds as adults. See, they're trying to they're trying to mold them now. And that's why we have to keep fighting. We have to keep I'm telling you guys, you have to hit the universities, you have to hit the schools. You have to hit them hard and let them know, like, listen, all this stuff you're being taught, all these classes you're paying for and everything, it's not going to help you in the real world. It'll help you in that field, but after that, where are you left off? That's why you see a lot of people, they leave their majors or they leave their profession that they had done for many years, and then they become real estate agents. It's all about business. You know, we're not being taught to start a business in school. We're being taught how to work for a business in school. And at the same time, we're also being taught that everything that we learned, right? Everything that we've learned is the truth because a professor says it, because someone with a certificate, a certified teacher said it. But it's all nonsense, because if you really go back to everything you've learned in school, it's mostly lies. It's like you have to re-educate yourself, you know, and especially when it comes to religion, because they'll push Islam like heavy. They'll push so many different beliefs heavily. But when it comes to Christianity, everyone becomes, I like to use this word because people, the left likes to make up terms, Christophobic. You know, everyone becomes Christophobic. So they're afraid to mention Christ so much that they're trying to they're trying to get rid of him during Christmas. I remember today, I was just in a gift shop with my friend, and they were have all these weird novelty items with Trump, right? But they hate Trump. You could tell because all these things are making fun of Trump. At the end of the day, the guy says Merry Christmas, and she's like, "I Happy Holidays," and he's like, "Why can't you just say Merry Christmas?" Oh, because there's so many different holidays during this time, and I'm like, so. At the end of the day, someone says Merry Christmas to you, you can say Merry Christmas back. And then you can say the rest of the holidays if you really want to annoy
Happy
them.
Kwanzaa.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Happy Hanukkah.
I ran into a guy recently, and I said Merry Christmas to him as I was walking out, and he said Merry Christmas back to me, and he goes, "By the way, I'm Jewish." I said, "Well, Happy Hanukkah to you," and he's like, "Well, thanks, I appreciate it." I mean, it's just respect.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to say if somebody says Happy Hanukkah to me, hey, I'm Christian, I'll say Happy Hanukkah back. See, that's the thing.
But
We
the thing
all,
about Hanukkah, though, you can be a Christian and still celebrate Hanukkah. It's still a cool holiday. It's not to celebrate Hanukkah is not saying you're Jewish or that you, because I mean Hanukkah is part of our roots and Christian roots, and it's not it's. Hey, it's more reason to get presents. I mean, no, but seriously, it's a really cool holiday, and what it stands for is really cool, and it has nothing to do with really religion. It just has to do with something that happened a really long time ago, and it's a celebration of it.
Yeah,
and then God being in control.
I love Adam Sandler's song on his Hanukkah song, "Eight Crazy Days."
8 Crazy Nights. Yeah,
I love Adam Sandler.
Oh, Adam Sandler, yeah. And Adam Sandler hasn't gone TDS on us yet.
No.
Rob
He's
Rob
been
Schneider,
quiet.
who was his co-actor, he's doing not co-actor, but he would appear on his movies. He's preaching the truth. Like he's not even preaching, he's showing people the truth like he was in Hollywood, He did these weird, I guess, rated B actor movies, but still he was a part of Hollywood, and he's going against that. A lot of people that are in that group, not his group per se, but the people that are within that comedy group, even Vince Vaughn, Owen Wilson, all these people, they're not about the TDS, Jennifer Aniston from Friends, Rachel. I was like, my God, she's a Trump supporter? That is incredible. It's so difficult.
Really?
Like people think it's hard to be a rebel or anything. They consider themselves rebels and the resistance, but we're the true resistance. We're the true rebel. We're the ones that rebel against this ideology of whether it's political correctness, cultural Marxism. These things are hitting our country hard. And that's why we can't say Merry Christmas, because we're too focused on offending somebody. And honestly, if you don't offend people, then you can never start a conversation. Because I'm pretty sure people will. I think offending people is an icebreaker. That's what I see that.
Well, offending people sometimes, I mean,
opens their mind.
Well, yeah, it opens minds, and it also we have. You don't know what's going to offend somebody. I mean, calling a chick a girl is going to offend them. You imposing me not being able to call you a girl is offensive to me. You know what I'm saying? So why should I save? I'm always about putting the other person first, but what is right is right. And if that offends you, that's your problem, not mine. But I'm going to love you anyways, and I'm going to take the words of Sister Rita. I'm going to love the hell out of you. And that's
I love that. I love that you love him so much that you knock the hell out of him, like literally. Like Satan has no place here, and that's beautiful, But Satan is alive. Satan is alive, and he is surrounding us with this wickedness, and he wants us to fall. He wants us to go on our knees. He wants us to beg. He wants us to suffer. He's going to show us a great life with parties and people and friends and fame and fortune. And then when you die, you realize none of that goes with you. When you're burning in hell, let's say you did bring all your fortunes with you, they'll burn with you. You understand? Right. So it's just like, that's why they say eternal life is worth more than what's going on on this world. Like in Spanish, it's called cosa mundai or mundal, and it's worldly things, my dad used to say, never listen to. He said it in Spanish, "Música del mundo," and it's music of the world. And we used to avoid it, but then we just started listening to it.
Yeah.
And now I don't even listen to it by choice. I'm like, ugh, this stuff is horrible.
Yeah.
You know.
Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Romans 12:2.
Thank you.
What's y'all's opinion on that song? They're saying it's like a rape song. Baby, it's cold outside. I just want to hear what y'all have to say about that.
I'm offended. I think it's offensive. Indigo. I'm triggered.
Baby, it's cold outside.
This is the problem with. Let me tell you something. Let's sing.
What's that?
Sing it. Sing the female part. I'll sing the male part.
Triggering me.
Outside.
I'm triggered.
I can't take this from a redhead singer.
Outside. Yeah.
I really must go.
I'm offended.
Baby, it's cold outside.
I must say no.
But baby, it's cold outside.
My brother will be pacing the floor.
Listen to the fireplace roar.
Mo, I can't come on here any longer because I feel so bad, like they're discriminating against me. They are so racist. Oh my goodness. They just said it's cold outside, and that's like only white people sing that stuff.
You can't say white.
Why I gotta be white? It can't be black.
I used to.
Why the black kid gotta be the evil one? The white kid be the good one.
And all your Christmas be
Why?
Oh, y'all.
Look at y'all playing. Let's get serious. Damn it, y'all.
We could play some Santa Claus Come Straight to the Ghetto from James Brown. Remember that?
That's offensive.
Yeah.
Hey, you say, yeah, I love that though. You're like saying this is a white people song. What do black people know about being cold? We stay inside. We don't care, you know? Like, here, give me the drink. Give me the drink. Just give me the drink.
Stop it, Bob. Ooh.
That's true though.
Here I go again.
I've lived in a black neighborhood my whole life, and I've never seen a snowball fight. I think that's like they're probably saying to themselves, "It's too cold outside. I am not throwing this cold piece of snow at your face because you're gonna throw one at me. Like, this is a stupid idea. Why are we even out here? Like, let's just go home." I've never seen a snowman. I've never seen a snowman over here. Like, I don't think anybody's time trying to make snowmans out here.
I got another question then. Since we're on this crazy topic, what do y'all think about black ice?
See, the ice gotta be. See, and then you guys try to say the black ice kill people. See, that's what I'm saying. See, Mo? That's what I'm talking about, Mo. See, you got too many white people on this show, Mo. You got to stop this. I feel
because I don't like Negroes. I don't like Negroes.
Mo is not.
That's why I got too many white
people.
people.
I took his black card away from him. Okay?
Take my black card because I don't like
whitewash.
Take your G pass, right? Yeah. I remember somebody used to say that a lot. They'd be like, they're gonna take G pass. But no, it's just like, it's ridiculous how they're really trying to demonize. But you understand something. The left thinks the way they do because of something that triggers them, some type of nostalgia, but it's also it's something that brings them back to a time of terror and fear, you know? So instead of saying, hey, these people are stupid, they think Baby It's Cold Outside is offensive, you have to ask, why do they think it's offensive? And then you find out why. It's because in the song itself, he's saying, the girl says, hey, what's in this drink? So boom, that triggered them. Every girl who's had something slipped in her drink, it triggered every single one of them. And you know what's funny? A lot of these feminists that were around the time that song was out, they forget that they were at Elvis's concert trying to make out with him, right? All these feminists, right? Yeah. They were at Elvis's concert trying to make out with him. They were trying to wait in front of his house in Graceland. They were trying to have sex with all these rock stars and everything. And then out of nowhere, they become feminists. Give me a break, please.
Well, yeah, it's crazy. Well, I mean, but then Campus Reform did a video asking them about that song, and then they asked, well, what about some of the rap music y'all might listen to and the things they say in their songs? And they said, some of them said, well, that's different. That's
No, it's not.
Wow.
Well, there you go. You have to use an example from a Christmas carol or a Christmas song, right? So that way you can attack them even better. Like, not attack them, but counter their argument. And you're like, okay, so Baby It's Cold Outside is offensive. What about this Christmas song? You know, like we can even joke about it. What's that song? All I Want for Christmas Is You. This is offensive to people who are lonely on Christmas. How dare you sing like that? What is it, Mariah Carey that sings it? You
Yeah.
know, it's just like,
or Santa Baby.
Santa baby. You know, it's like, why is that woman a grown man baby? How dare you emasculate this man? He is a grown man. He has Mrs. Claus. Thank you very much. You see, I can go straight up.
No, because it's promoting women dependent on men. You know, a woman can't buy her own fur coat and her own diamond ring and her own
Hell
house.
no. I want my
Santa
man
baby is just for every guy out there that every sugar daddy. There you go. Instead of saying Santa baby,
exactly what it's about. And let me tell you, there is plenty of sugar babies out there wanting a sugar papa.
Well, isn't Santa Baby about cheating though? I mean, you know, Santa Claus coming down the chimney and you making out with him, cheating on your husband.
No, she doesn't.
What was that? Yeah, I saw mommy kissing Santa Claus. He'd be like, "Well, this just ruins this is just a broken home." Santa Claus becomes the home wrecker.
Well, wait, you guys, you know what? I got a song for all y'all. Let me play it for you. Wait a minute. Since you mentioned James Brown, let's just go and give it.
Oh boy, here we go.
Santa Claus come straight to the ghetto. It's a man's world.
Oh, wait a minute. No, that's not it. Let me find. Oh, here it is. Hey, America. Now that offends the people that don't like America.
Played Chuck Berry's "Rockin' USA." I think it was "Rockin' USA."
Chuck Berry?
It's Rockin' Rudolph, wasn't it?
Was it "Rockin' USA"?
No, it's Rockin' Rudolph, I believe.
Rockin' Rudolph was the other song. He did another song that Beach Boys took it and they called it "Surfing USA," but it was "Rockin' in USA." It was It was his original song. So "Surfing USA" came from Chuck Berry's "Rockin' USA," I believe it was, and it's the same thing.
Rockin' USA.
Yeah, "Rockin' USA."
Look at what I started. I mean to get everybody on the whole Christmas thing.
PA, all the way down to St. Louis.
I don't see
straight to New Orleans. Yeah.
It's a Christmas song, right?
Be "Rockin' USA." No, we weren't playing Christmas. We were playing patriotic songs. I just like the.
Wait, okay. I can't find it. You guys find
"Rockin' USA." But yeah, you know the thing is, right? A lot of these people that are pushing for this, I call it. You see, I make up these words because they make up words. The best way to battle the left is to fight fire with water. You know, so you really try to show class and respect, and you know, decorum is very important in our movement. So I use it against them. So when they say words like Islamophobic, homophobic, and transphobic, I use Ameriphobic, Christophobic, Blancophobic. Right? You have this irrational fear towards Christians, whites, and America. You know, America scares you. Like, you're afraid of the American flag. How pathetic are you? Seriously, how pathetic are you?
Yeah.
You know, but it's just we really like. I always have to ask myself, why are they triggered about this? You know, why do they call Trump Hitler? Why are they so triggered by this song? It's all because of what's said in the song triggers them. What Trump says triggers them. It brings them back to this time where they feel unsafe, you know, and I hear it all the time. I'm so unsafe right now. Like, I had a MAGA hat on and I walked towards a girl in this event and she started like hyperventilating and saying, I don't feel safe anymore. And then my friend's like, oh, don't give me that crap. like who are you trying to fool, you know? And they always try, and the girls do it. The girls will do it right in front of me. They'll try to faint or something, and then they'll look at me and say, I'm the bad guy. And there's cops around, and they'll try to arrest me. They'll be like, why did this woman just pass out of nowhere? Did you do something to her? And I'm like, no. All I said was, God bless America.
I'm offended.
Anybody triggered? Anybody triggered?
Yeah.
Anybody triggered?
I'm offended.
Hey, Mo, that triggers me. I'm white.
Hey,
and
Rita.
That triggers me.
So yeah, so Baby It's Cold Outside triggers them because it's all about nostalgia, you know, and it brings them back to this time where they didn't feel safe, you know. Like it's not a nostalgia, I would say. It's like reliving the nightmare, and
Well,
they
the
come up with it in their minds though. It doesn't even happen to them yet. It came up in their minds because of someone else who experienced it. So when they hear "Baby, It's Cold Outside," they hear, "Hey, what's in this drink?" Boom, triggered. You know.
well, the thing
That's
about it is, I mean, I've had something dropped in my drink before, that song
yeah. It's
doesn't
called
trigger.
ice.
The thing about
Oh,
it doesn't it doesn't trigger that feeling. And two, that when that song came out, that wasn't an issue.
yeah. I
It
mean,
was probably alcohol that he put in her drink.
they would
It
spike the
wasn't a
nobody.
Shirley
See, that's the
Temple.
thing.
It was
Women
a
never complained before when you spike their drinks. Now all of a sudden you're a bad guy because you're trying to have some. You're trying to show them some fun.
What's wrong with it? You know,
father's
it's no
father.
different to get a person drunk. What the hell? I'm just saying.
Well, I have a rule. I will never talk to a girl who's already drunk.
I will. No, it's not. I'm just kidding. I'm just
No,
joking.
that's my rule for real. Like I see what happens and everything.
Look,
Don't get me wrong. I think when women are drunk, they're a bit more honest and open, and it's really cool and everything. But I rather risk getting shut down by a sober chick than having fun with a drunk girl. It's
I
just
get you.
really,
Yes.
That's
totally
a real
agree.
man right there.
You
That's
know,
real. That's
yeah.
the toxic masculinity that we need in this
I
country.
know, right? Ooh, you know what I do though? I have a balance of chivalry and chauvinism, and that's what you need as a man. You can't be too nice, but you also can't be too mean. You have to have a little balance of both.
Hey,
So
but
you know,
drinking bring out the truth. When people are intoxicated, it tells you how you really feel. So, I mean, come on now.
but by the way, guys, I don't know if you noticed already, but I just came back from an event with Ann Coulter. Like she spoke at a Republican club, and I got to talk to her and stuff like that. She's really
Okay.
cool. Very inspirational woman, and you know it's a shame that a lot of women out there don't know who to look at as a role model, and I would say this is one tough chick. Like she's she's tough, and it was great meeting her and everything like that. And if you guys haven't met her yet, please do check out her book. It's called Resistance is Futile, and Demonic is another book. But yeah, anyways,
I
yeah,
love
you
her.
see,
She's snarky. I love her.
she's but she's also very respectful. Like she cursed and she apologized for cursing, and I was like, oh, look at you.
Oh no,
Like
I like snarky because you can get the point across. She doesn't sugarcoat things. Just say
nope.
it. Just get to the point.
Nope.
And she
There's no
does.
reason. Look, there's too many people in America with diabetes, so why are you trying to sugarcoat anything? Seriously. Like, let's see, I could offend somebody right now just by saying that. But I'm just being honest. You know?
Trigger! Trigger!
Y'all see the CNN clip with Mika, Micah, however you say her name?
I'm so
That
done with Mo.
that said something about
He's
said
so
some-
whitewashed.
Morning Joe's wife, as in mourning for his dead career.
Oh
Yeah.
Morning Joe and Mika or Micah, however you say her name. She said
Yeah.
some gay comment about Trump and somebody doing something like that. And of course, it's been on YouTube. People brought up the video and they're like, look, if somebody on the right said that, they said, oh, they would be tore apart and kicked off the show right away after saying something like that.
Yeah,
It's just-
without double standards, there's
Yeah.
the left doesn't have any, you know.
Oh, no kidding. Well said.
And my whole thing is, right, when it comes to what's being said on the right and left, we really have to understand what is free speech. And if everybody is for free speech, then you would have to hear things that are very uncomfortable and awkward at times. I hear it all the time. I'm watching Cuomo right now on CNN. I watch fake news because I know what triggers the left.
Yep.
And when you watch all of this, you understand their talking points.
Oh, yeah.
So this is me not even educating myself because I already know what the hell this is all lies and BS, but I still listen to it. And there's also conservatives on CNN that really stick it to them, right? but it's a double standard. And you guys have to understand something. Conservatives on Fox are not really giving a platform for Democrats. And I understand why. They say things that kind of trigger Republicans when they talk crap about Trump and everything. But I would let these liberals or these leftists finish their sentence at least. You let people finish their sentence, and then you do not look like the fool, you know?
Liberals are welcome on my platform. Y'all know how I am. My platform is open. I don't care if you're liberal. I will talk to you.
Right.
I don't care. I don't care. I had a liberal on here about 2 months ago. Like Trump supposed like, oh, this guy's retarded. I'm out of here. I said, you know what? Stop it. This is opinion. I'm talking. I had it in my house. Look, I call people in my house, and we did a video side by side with each other. I shook his people. I love the dudes.
Mo, the people the people I call retarded are the ones that have a brain but don't use it. Those are the ones I call retarded.
But when you know people do say that about people on the left, it kind of puts you in the same category as the people on the left when you start basically just name calling because you don't agree with what they're saying. You should correct them and give them actual facts and everything instead of just name calling. Because when you start name calling, my opinion, even if they're wrong and you start name calling, you're the one.
They don't want to listen to you. You lost your audience.
You're losing.
I use Turning Point as a great example of what not to do when it comes to a debate. Calling someone a Democrat, a liberal, a leftist, or a Marxist doesn't mean you won the argument. You let them finish their sentence. And I see when Charlie Kirk is debating these people, he's calling them names. I mean, yeah, they call them Nazi and everything, but I would not call somebody a commie. Oh, I do, because they obviously wear the hammer and sickle like if it's a brand or some sort, you know, but it's not, you don't need to call them that. If they're already a Marxist, a Democrat, or a leftist, let them finish their sentences, you know. And the problem is that I keep seeing these videos when I see somebody say, oh, Ben Shapiro eviscerated this liberal, and I'm like, okay, let's watch the evisceration. This is not being eviscerated. He just used a Fox talking point against a CNN talking point, and they both didn't get anything accomplished at the end of it. One seems like when you feel like you're smarter, chances are you're probably not for feeling that way. Let people say what you did was great. You know, you don't ever have to give yourself a pat on the back with that. But, you know, I that's my problem with the Republican movement or the MAGA movement. There are a lot of people out there that are just repeating everything that's being trended, anything that's being popularized, you know. That's my problem. I don't focus on popularity.
Yeah, both sides go to the talking points that's being brought up. But
I don't focus
you
on
also have to watch if you watch TYT, you can really understand liberals talking points.
Oh my God, I used to watch them. Wow.
It's hard to watch TYT, but I gotta watch them from time to time because you watch them, you will actually understand the left's talking points, and when you run into them, you're going to understand where they're trying to come from with all these crazy ideas.
Dude,
it is hard to watch.
It's radical. It's like worse than CNN. CNN, they actually have some type of respect. On TYT, they're like all cursing it up and acting like they know everything. And they're like laughing it up like if they're winning. And it's so pathetic. But you know what I do? I don't focus on what's trending or what's popular. I focus on the principles and values that we need to actually uplift in this country. And that's the problem right now.
That's exactly what I agree with you 100%. Is just people, if you don't agree with me, I'm going to start bashing and calling you names. And it's like, where are you going to get with that? How does that serve the purpose? We can disagree.
That doesn't serve a purpose for a Christian either.
No, and the thing about it is when if you are a Democrat, and I'm not talking politician, I'm talking about a Democratic voter. The reason you're a Democratic voter is because you have certain views that you think that will make America better, or you think that will. And it's the same for the Republican. We don't see the same path, but we see the same destination, you know, and that's the thing is like, okay, you know, and then there are certain topics that do divide us, you know, greatly, like abortion. Abortion is one of those taboo topics that divide us. But we can still, you know, and it's really hard because that is such a huge moral issue. But besides that, most of the stuff is we all want safety for our country. We all want to be taken care of. Just besides, but the Democratic Party, the Democratic politicians are using these talking points that are highly controversial to divide us, as abortion, as in border control, as in, and all this kind of stuff. And they say, oh, yes, we need border control. And they say it to get voted. But once it comes down to it, they want that issue to always be at the forefront because they have no substance behind it. They have no substance or policy because the policies and the substance that they have is not for the American voters. It's for the lobbyists. It's for the donors. It's for, and that's on both sides. That's on both sides. That's on the Republican and
breaking news,
the
everybody. Breaking news. Anybody, it's confirmed. I'm looking over here.
Oh, sorry.
Having 2 liberals, white liberals, that took political science, and they're gonna come on a show, not for a debate, for a discussion.
Right now,
anybody down for it? I know, but I got another slot. Anybody down for the debate? Not debate.
I'll go on it.
For the liberal, they have a good friend of mine.
Because we disagree, I don't think we have to debate, but it's probably going to turn into that.
Yeah,
but before you bring them
tacos, they're gonna come. Look, one guy, he's gonna come over. The other guy gonna do a live chat on the live stream, but he's coming to my house. He's gonna sit next to me. The other liberal gonna be on live streaming. Last time I on my show, they're like, "How you let a liberal in your house? Shut up!"
You better have that Confederate flag waving high and
you're gonna really offend
you. You gotta take your American flag down, put that rebel flag up.
I'm gonna tear it up. I'm gonna say like, so you think that's racist? Dude is a pure liberal.
Let me tell you,
like to argue with me, so I love the dude. Dude, when I say I hug him, dude,
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter for right.
I love him like a brother, though. That's my guy, though.
I don't want to focus on left wing or right wing. I don't want to focus on being the body of the bird or being the middle. Because when you board on the airplane, you don't board on the wing. You board in the middle, and there's a reason for that. Because
I don't want it to be a debate. I want it to be a discussion. Forget the debate. Let's discussion.
Yes, I prefer discussion over a debate anytime.
And I want to talk and say, I see your point. I want to talk to everybody to talk to liberals and say, what, that's only America great.
The difference between a liberal, a leftist, and a Democrat. There's a difference between all three, and we keep putting everybody in this one bunch of liberal, and it's not really a lot of what these people are speaking of is nothing about it is liberal. If anything, we're more liberal because we're actually expressing our freedoms to the fullest extent.
Hey, Chrissy, remember I had him on there with the libertarian. I had a libertarian Republican. Remember the video we did?
Mm-hmm.
You was very civil with him. His name was Abe. On the video. We had a libertarian, a liberal, a conservative. It was very civil, and I liked it.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I love everybody. I don't care what your views are.
He's
I don't care where you come from.
I love this dude.
Yeah. Christy, I don't love everybody, Christy, but once I get to know you and everything like that, there's gonna be some type of
who said that?
Love. It's just not gonna be there immediately, but it'll come eventually.
Who said they don't love everybody?
No, I'm just honest. I can't say I love everybody when it's just like I don't interact with everybody.
Is that you?
The thing the way I look at it is I love everybody, but I might not like everybody. Because the thing is, I'm commanded to love everybody, but I'm not commanded to like everybody. Just because I love you doesn't mean I'm going to like you.
Well, I guess you can love people from a distance. I guess you can love people from a distance. I don't. How about this? It's not that I love anybody. It's I don't hate anybody. Like even the people that want to attack me, even the people that did attack me, and the people that are trying to take me down every day. I don't hate them. If anything, I wanna reach out to them and let them know, like, listen, you failed, you lost. It's not my fault. You're too focused on.
One thing about Mo, I'm gonna say this though. One thing I've learned about Mo since I met him, since I've known him, is that I can tell he loves people regardless.
Yes.
And that's kind of what pulled me to like him. If I it's already hard enough dealing with things. I used to think like that, Joby, but the more I got closer to Christ, I just love people. I don't even think of it as a distance. Even when I'm mad at people, I mean, there's people that have done me dirty. Even the man that raped me in the alley with the knife to my throat, I don't know who he is to this day since 1986, but I forgive him, even though he didn't ask me to forgive him. I forgive him, and I pray
Wow,
that he
that's strong.
changed his life and
That's
gave his life
God.
to God. You know what I'm saying? Because that's nothing but God in me right now. Because
Yes.
I don't love like I should love. I actually love now like God. Like Mo just said, Romans 12:1 and 2 talks about the transformation of me. I'm no longer Rita. Because if I was still Rita, I wouldn't like probably any of hardly a lot of
You
stuff.
die daily. Like Paul said, you die.
Exactly. I would be
Yeah.
gone. So,
Very true.
it's the love of God. When you grow closer to Christ and you see how Jesus died on a cross for who? Us? Man, we all ratchet. You know what I'm saying? Not just the left, not just the right, not just the middle. All of us is ratchet. We ratchet. All of us are dirty. Every last one of us. I don't care if you Democrat, Republican, Libertarian, whatever. But since
Yeah.
I've known Mo has shown love. That's one thing I noticed about him. And then I reached out to him because I watched him for a while. And I
You
saw
know
that he
what?
was so-
Yeah, it says in
Yeah,
the
Rita.
Bible that our good deeds are seen as filthy rags. They don't mean nothing.
Me and him,
Right.
me and Joy Val, we had our discussion. We had our little.
We had our
But I
differences.
forgot all about it. We did. When I mentioned the more, I said, you know what? I don't know why I'm mad. You know what? I get caught up. I said, you know what, dude? You know what? Love you, brother. And that's what I said. Joey Val is my brother. I don't care what nobody say. We had a disagreement before, and one thing I know about Joey Val, he's a very forgiving person. He's a very he doesn't hold grudges, and I love this dude.
That's
you know,
good.
and I don't care what nobody say. Joey Val is all right with me.
I know people that hate me. You know, the first more I met you in.
I'll tell everybody. Me and Joey Val.
The first more I met you in, Mo, the first more I met you in, people were upset at me at that more, and then I go to the one next year, and they're still upset. I'm like, you're still angry at me? How do you hold a grudge? How is it you can't hold conversation? You can't hold love in your heart, but you can hold a grudge? Like, I just don't understand that. You know, how is it you can hold? You can't. You're butterfingers until it comes to having a grudge. Like, I just don't understand that. You know.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy.
I thought about it more. I said, you ain't really did nothing to me. I just thought about that. You know what? I get caught up into this bullshit BS. And you're a good dude. I don't care. Nobody. They can go ahead and say I'm a two-faced. I ain't two-faced. I love everybody.
Nah.
Yeah. Mo, I mean, I've been watching Mo, for a long time. And he speaks to a level that, everybody can understand and relate to him, like Rita was saying earlier. And, Mo, he does an amazing job. And, I really respect him for, having different people on his platform that don't agree with him or his views or whatever. But the debates I've seen on his show never turn out to be like where they start fighting or anything. It's more of a discussion. I mean,
discussion. I don't allow more
benefits.
Well, and two, as one of his moderators, if somebody is on here, if somebody is disrespectful, the conversation's done. If you start calling women names or you start using foul language and just being, I mean, we poke fun at each other. I mean, we have fun. But when you're doing it because you're not winning the conversation, or you feel like you're not winning the conversation, because the thing about it is, it's not about winning. It's about promoting a message. It's about giving each other information.
Look, let me foul you out. My bad, Chrissy. I'm gonna let you talk over here. Rita, if you see something that's not like me, you better go ahead and bring it to me one-on-one. Joey Val, if you see something that's effed up, you better tell me. I take rebukes. If I'm effed up, you better tell me. Chrissy, you better tell me. Rebuke me, Chrissy.
You know I
Nacho, you better tell me. You better call me and say, dude, you foul as hell, dude. You foul as hell, nigga. I ain't nigga.
I can't say that, no.
No, I'm just saying.
Somebody can get me in trouble now.
Thank you very much.
I mean, I'm saying my language, though. You
like I said, I don't
myself.
Yeah, I don't. I used to
go
do
to
this.
social media and tell that.
Yeah, like
I
don't.
The person to tell them.
I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, Like I can't say I love everybody, but I know I don't hate everybody, and maybe eventually
I will
love.
I love everybody, Jovi. I love everybody.
That's great.
See,
that's beautiful.
Jovi,
you'll get to the point, Jovi, where you can actually love everybody.
I love everybody.
Probably. I mean, guys, I have to be honest with you. Like I've been targeted. Like, wow.
But
Like,
Jovi, I don't believe you. I think you're an honest guy, but on this subject, I don't believe you because I know for a fact, I can just tell if there was a car accident and somebody got hurt.
Yep.
I truly believe you would stop whatever you were doing and you would risk your life for that person to save them. I have that feeling about you.
I've actually done it.
And you know what
like,
that is?
And
That's
Jovi,
called love, Jovi.
And Jovi, we had our different.
Sorry, I don't mean to disagree
I just don't want to see somebody get hit by a car, you know. I would tell
live video together.
I would tell these Antifas, these Black Panthers, these communists, all these people that would say that they hate me. I used to tell them, listen, at the end of the day, if you're bleeding on the floor, I'm not gonna walk over you. That's not me. That's not the way I was raised, you know. And it scares them that I even think that way.
Hey, Father Menace.
You
Father Menace. You say you're coming on live?
Oh, he's coming on.
Yeah. Father Menace, come on.
Come on, Father.
But I felt we got too many women on.
Oh, he's announcing his marriage to Kristen.
Oh.
They're getting married.
Let's not talk about Bob, y'all.
Where's Nick?
Simply, it's not that I don't like Bob or anything like that. I can handle Bob. I just don't understand how is it a year later he's still saying the same thing about me. Like, I want to help him. I want him to understand that everything you're saying, you have no proof or evidence of. And if you did, then you wouldn't keep saying it. You would probably let it die already. But the thing is, when you don't have proof or evidence, you're going to keep something to try to make it grow.
Let's just tell the truth. Yeah, I know he do. So he's a
guy
Bob? You got to pray for.
Yeah, Bob is somebody we definitely have to pray for. For some reason,
I can't hate this dude. Well, for some reason, I cut the dude off. It's something in my spirit can't hate this dude.
Yeah, there was a guy I did bounce out of your room, Mo. I don't know if you've seen it, but he was making actually death threats to me. I guess for something I said in the chat room. I did bounce.
He on a self-destruct. He made threats to me, but let him self-destruct. This dude trying to get rid of off my name. You made a 4-hour video about Maurice Dell. Come on now.
He's made more than one 4-hour video.
You know what it is? You know, I don't like to talk big about myself. So when other people talk bad about me, other people want to be like, is that even true? And then they go find out who I am. And then they talk big about me. And I'm like, oh, that's awesome. I don't have to say a word, you know? Like, I don't like doing that. I don't like to amp myself up. I don't like to, you know, pat myself on the back. I mean, sometimes the only reason why I do it is because I want other people to do it. It's not because I want people to be like, oh, look what he did. It's more like, oh, look, maybe I should be doing that as well. You know, it's more for inspiration.
Yes.
Hey, Joe, you already know, don't feed it to Bob. Bob just want to be relevant off of people's name. You already know.
Like, you know what I did today before I went to Ann Coulter? I gave out neckties. I had a big bag of neckties that I was donating, and I just decided to go outside in the streets and hand them out. And then this guy from Salvation Army, he was ringing the bell, and I was like, hey, do you want some neckties? Gave him a whole bunch, and he was like, thank you, brother. And I was like, yeah, no problem, you know, because that's what you got to do, you know? Like, I know so many people that throw out clothes. Like, why would you throw out clothes, you know?
Come on, Kristen, get your butt on here. Can I invite you on here, Kristen? You ain't got to show your face. Just get on here. Talk.
Yeah, you can hit the
Why don't you want Kristen to show her face all of a sudden?
I said she don't.
Some of us women are a little sensitive. It's late at night. We don't have
I know. What is that,
on.
ladies? How come you're not so confident? Like, you're so confident. Like, a lot of ladies are confident on Instagram and social media, but once you say, hey, get on. Nah, I'm not feeling like myself today. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't give a damn.
No, because all those Instagram pictures.
Why?
It's fixed,
makeup, lighting. I know.
Yeah,
but
I know. I mean, come on.
This I feel.
False allegation by Christian Ann. Bob just updated a video about it.
Let me tell you something. I did.
Look, I'm being petty. Oh, snap.
Let me tell you something. I did a meetup with a girl.
Wait. What did you just say, Bo?
Bob just made a video. He's live talking about us right now.
Oh yeah.
What's he saying? He going, Jovi and Maurice and all them people right there. They're just like, you know, I can't do his voice. If I listen to him long enough, I'll do his voice. He'll be like, yeah, man, they're always trying to do things on their own and stuff like that. And they're trying to say that they're Trump supporters.
Bob is trying to ride. There he is. Yeah, Bob's trying to ride Maurice Delt's tail. That's what he's trying to do.
Look,
Hey, Maurice, did you know that I'm gonna get me some dreadlocks? We're gonna be brothers, brother.
You better take that down. They'll get you for copyright.
You ride his coattail so hard that you have to sue him for copyright. By the way, guys, I'm watching a debate between Anna Navarro and Steve Cortez, and it is incredible.
He can't even spell my name.
He's talking about us right now.
How many people he got in there?
Mo.
Oh, that's amazing. Hey, what's his channel name?
You want to hear something? No, I won't tell you.
Look,
I'm being naughty right now.
Look, I'm being paid off in the comment.
Ma.
Stop it, Bob.
My YouTube name is John Dingerheimer Smith. His name is my name too.
Hey, what's he saying on there, Mo? What's he saying?
He makes a video about she's a Christiane and Bob Maurice Dill. The video, look at the video. The video says Mo false allegations by Christiane. Right here, look.
Mo's false allegations. I don't what? Christiane, the fake UN worker. See, that's the funny thing. I've never said that I worked for the UN. He's got this. I was a secretary for the UN.
Who's getting on this feed? Who's getting on this feed right now?
Nobody. I'm just showing y'all. He didn't get on it.
No, I said Mo.
Yeah.
Father Minute said, how does he come on?
Give me your email. Some put his email on here and download Google Hangouts. He can come on.
Kristen, if you're listening.
His name is Satan Claus.
He's still talking crazy. Look at him. He's talking about us right now.
Satan Claus.
Mo, hey, Mo, what'd you do to him?
Okay, I have a confession, y'all. I have a confession.
Stop it, Bob.
I have a confession. I have another profile that doesn't have my name. I sent
Look, I'm gonna give
Bob.
I like them.
No, let me finish. So I sent Bob a anonymous email saying that Christiane is tied with Infinity because he already said I'm tied with them. I said she didn't work for the UN. She was actually under protective custody. And I made up this whole story.
I bet he uses that too. Like, you know what's funny is you could make up a lie about yourself.
Everything.
You can make a lie about yourself, right? And they'll use it and they'll make it seem like they know exactly who you are. Like, I could tell him right now, by the way, I'm a covert operative and I've been working with the FBI. And then he'll go, Joe Val's been working with the FBI. And I told you this a long time ago, but nobody listened.
Hey, I got this name Nacho because Obama.
On here. I made a comment on his channel. I'm waiting for the response. Look.
I'm so curious. I can't wait to hear it now.
I just made a comment. It's gonna respond.
All right, are we getting the liberals on? Are we getting anybody else on? What's
not tonight.
Oh, not tonight.
Look,
is Kristen getting on
all day making these damn videos right here?
I wish I could add all of you on Facebook, but I got banned 30 days. Did I tell you about this?
You on Facebook, Jim, my nigga?
Hey,
did I tell you how?
For what?
Do you know what I said to get banned from Facebook?
Or am I still blocked?
I don't know. Are you talking to me?
No, I'm talking to Mo. Mo, can you see my comment that I just put on there?
Hold on.
No.
Man, y'all messing with Bob.
So let me tell you what I posted on Facebook that got me banned for 30 days. Let me tell you about this hateful speech that I had in my head. Okay, so I go on Facebook one day, and it's showing me a memory.
Hold on.
Can I take a guess?
Wait, hold on. What'd you say, Mo?
No, I don't see a comment on here.
Oh, okay.
So he only got 3 people. Look, I put Stop Bob on here. Look, I'm petty.
Stop it, Bob. Hey, Joey. Look, let me guess. Can I, if you don't mind, did you get banned on Facebook because your content was somewhat sexual or racist? Is it kind of fall in those 2 categories? Give me a little hint.
Sexist.
It's okay. That's what I figured.
So check this out. You're gonna laugh. Okay. So I shared a memory from 2012 where I had posted, "Women are like cats. If you want to keep one, you have to know how to deal with their crap," right? So, so yeah, that got me banned. I don't know how.
That's what John said again.
So I got banned for comparing women to cats, yet DC Comics has a character called Catwoman, and nothing happens to them, I bet, you know? How many women are comparing men to dogs and they're never getting banned? But I say women are like cats, boom, banned. I thought, you know, I've said so many crazy things on Facebook and never got banned before. I say women are like cats, and they were like, "Oh, we got him now. Look at this racist, sexist son of a," you know, like I just don't understand how that even happened. So 30 days, I'm gonna miss out on Christmas on Facebook. This is so pathetic. I hate that.
Oh.
I hate when they hit me on that. They hit me on the holidays all the time.
Oh my God.
Like they hit me.
Okay. Now you on YouTube though. You good.
Yeah, sort of. Sort of good.
You got Twitter?
Well, actually, I just started making videos on YouTube recently. I did two rants. One was for Kevin Hart and Alex Fields, and the other one was for that kid in Columbia University who said he's proud of being white, and then they all attacked him and said he was racist. And I was
He's
like,
talking about me.
he didn't say anything about killing every other race or anything like that. All he said was, "I love being white," and then he says, "But I don't hate anybody else." So when he said that, I was like, "Okay, cool." You know? And then they were all saying, "Oh my God, we need to get rid of this guy. He's in our college and we don't feel safe." And I'm like, the guy pays to go to that college and you're just afraid of his free speech, you know? And that pisses me off. I'm not going to stop Linda Sassour from speaking, even if she said the craziest things. Why should I stop that kid from speaking if he's saying something that he believes is true? Like, I just don't see a reason for it.
Hold on. Bob got my personal phone number. I told
When
Bob,
Obama was president, he did not do what he was supposed to. He said he was going to bring change. Except for we never got our change back from the corner store. We've been waiting 8 years, Obama. 8 years.
Dude, what the hell? He got a life?
I'm gonna pick up his voice one of these days. Watch. I'm gonna pick it up. I'm gonna like be able to.
I am cracking up right now. I'm sorry, Joey. He's cracking me up right now. I have worked for the UN for Obama.
Stop it, Bob. Look,
now Obama has that wife of his that looks more like a husband, and I'm just telling you right now. I'm just telling you right now, Obama used to play basketball, but he stopped playing basketball because his wife kept dunking on him. Now he doesn't want to touch a basketball anymore. That man stays away from the gym, stays away from the courts, because he's afraid Michael's going to dunk on him another time. You know?
Hey, he got a rock hard Will Johnson comment on here. He's like, "What's up, Bob? I love you, Bob. We got Will Johnson in the house. We got Maury Dunn, Ace Baker. He got a rock hard. I got 3 famous people." He was all happy, like,
"Oh, you know Ace Baker?
Yeah, that's my dude.
I met him in North Carolina at this Patriot Summit. I actually spoke at an event out there.
I never talked to him, but
there were so many people walking around with AR-15s. I don't know why people feel unsafe surrounded by guns. I felt so safe, you know? And it's not even about feeling safe. No, I don't care about that. I care about feeling American, and that was the that was the biggest piece of American pie, is being surrounded by AR-15s. Like, it was just beautiful. Even the commies had AR-15s, which kind of got me a little nervous, but you know what? Everybody was in the park hanging out. They walk around with this stuff like nothing. They walk around with like it's a fanny pack. You know, they walk around with all their magazines and their gun with them like it's a fanny pack. They're so casual about it. You go to New York City and it's like everybody's whispering, "Yo, I got a gun, but I can't show it, you know, because I'm not protected by the Constitution." It's such BS, honestly.
He's still talking about me. He's been on this video for 20 minutes. He's still talking about Maurice, though. Is that weird or what?
Let me tell you about these Patriot profiteers, okay?
I'm pissed off because they know how to use a GoFundMe. I try to use a GoFundMe, and they told me they will not raise funds for Santa Claus. And I was like, what the hell does that mean?
Once we get on the plane,
He's got me working for the UN. I'm a secretary for the UN for Obama. I volunteered for Obama, according to him. I don't know where the hell he got me working for the UN. I would not even for Trump would I work for the UN. I'm sorry.
Joey has this Muslim wife, which is a mail order bride, right? He does not support Trump. He is an Obama supporter. He shook hands with Bill.
Bob.
And I'm like, what the hell is this guy?
Stop it, Bob.
Joey down that night at the bar and kicked his own ass. That's exactly what happened. There's no shadow of a doubt that he kicked his own. He gave himself that scar on his face because he is that desperate for attention.
Stop it, Bob. Stop it, Bob.
Oh man, these are true things that he said about me. It's so weird.
Everybody, every single patriot.
Oh, it's because you know the other guy, the one that sounds like this every time he says, "We gotta kill all the liberals." You know that guy, yeah. So he is obsessed with me. Like he will not stop talking about me. Mentions me every time I go on his Facebook. He's like, "Oh, look at the wonderful Joey looking at my account because he has nothing better to do." And I'm like, this guy sounds like a Indian war chief. You know, we have to kill all the pale faces. And I'm just like, what is
Joey Val? Oh my God! Now he didn't know Joey.
Yeah. So
I did a video with Kendrick.
Never-ending talking about me, right? And just because we hung out a few times, everyone's like, "Oh my God, he has insider information on Jovi." No, you don't, because you've never hung out with my family. I've never introduced you to anybody that I know away from the movement. The moment I do that, then yes, you are part of that inner circle. And there's only a handful of people that have actually done that. So for them to think, oh, well, let me get insider information, you're pathetic. First of all, I'm just a regular. I'm not even regular. I'm kind of extreme, you know, but I'm just a patriot trying to do so much for this country and trying to do anything I can with the little I have. And I don't ask much except for stop censoring me on social media.
Hey, Joey, 3 weeks before the more, you invited me on your video chat, right? Your video. And
you're a communist.
I came right at you, right? But then 2 weeks later, you act like nothing ever happened. We was cool. I said, this dude.
Thank you, Kristen. I'm just reading the comments right now. This is pretty funny.
I'm gonna do the mic. Hold on.
Man, that's crazy.
Can I read this to you guys? Somebody wrote. Hey, Kristen, if you had to marry one of these guys for $10 billion, which dude out of Nick Barnes, Father Menace, Jovi, or Mo? Be honest, Kristen. And then she goes, Jovi Val. And then somebody said Jovi Val is good. And then he was like, you would pick Jovi? I mean, simply. Okay, let me stop reading this. Yeah. Thank you, Kristen.
Hey, Jovi. Now
wait.
But trust me.
My iPad. So I'm confused because the last I knew, Kristen was marrying Father Menace. But then I knew that Nick and Father Menace were having a fight.
Well, you wouldn't have to marry me for $10 billion because I don't put a price on love.
I'm about to end this live video. I'm about to look. My time is up. I'm about to end this live video, and thank you everybody for coming on. I'll be back tomorrow. Y'all want to join? Thank you for coming on here, y'all.
Thank you.
I'm on live right now, probably.
Good night.
You guys want to jump on?
Love you all.
Love y'all.
Good night.
Right. Any last words anybody want to say before I leave?
Love you.
Thank
you,
Mo.
God bless everybody, and let's have a great week.
You know what? Let's have a white Christmas.
No.
Yes.
I'm gonna send it. I'm a hajj later. All right.
Unless you live in like Cali where there's no snow, then yeah.
I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Bye. Deuces.
Bye.
God bless.
Good night. God bless.
God bless.